It's Friday evening, it's a bank holiday weekend, and Sydney Parade is buzzing with cricket. We'll start this weekend with a T20, the Alan Murray Cup game, against local rivals Railway Union from across the road in Park Avenue. Oh, yeah. Pembroke, having lost the toss, I assume, will be in the field, and Railway, in the face of, I suspect, Bruce Whaley, will be looking to get off to a good quick start in this 20-over game. Joining me in the box tonight in a minute will be Graham Mooney. He's walking over towards us now, and we'll see how long we can go without actually passing the microphone to him. So the batsmen are out in the middle, the umpires are out in the middle. Byron McDonough is going to take the first over from the St John's end. And we're looking forward to a cracking start to the weekend. There are two T20s on tomorrow, but we're starting tonight with the Alan Murray Cup. Evening, Graham.
Evening, Craig.
Yeah, I was quite right. Bruce Whaley will face the first delivery from Byron McDonough, and we'll find out who his partner is in a minute. So, going on the results so far this season, Pembroke would be favourites.
Oh, that's T50 though. Going on form. You can't argue what happened at the weekend and being unbeaten all season. But T20's T20. Anything can happen. Bruce Whaley's coming off 100 yesterday in the Schools versus MCC match. 126 off 69 odd balls, I think. Rob O'Brien had a good knock up north at the weekend. So two good battlers in form. And yeah, it's going to be exciting to watch because anything can happen.
Well, Bruce Whaley obviously is going to be very keen to have a good innings against his previous club.
Yeah, he's faced all of these guys in the nets and played with a few of them on the youth teams.
Bruce, part of the Whaley family, a big part of Pembroke history. And Byron McDonough now to get us underway from the St John's end. Big swing of the bat to start with, goes past the edge, straight through to Greg Hollins, the keeper. It's quite a tight field. There's only two fielders outside the ring, and they are down at third man and at
deep
square leg. Well, again, as much as Bruce has faced these bowlers have faced Bruce, and so we'll see what happens there.
Nothing like familiarity.
Well, there is a saying that goes with that.
Oh, my ball from
a good ball. Squirting out just a point where that looks like Joe Prendergast does the fielding, is it?
Yes, Joe is at backward point. The skipper is in the covers. At point is I want to say Addison Sheriff. Paul Lawson mid-off. Danny Hogan mid-on. Daniel Murray deep square leg. And Sunil Gupta fine leg. First slip will be Tim Tector.
Another big swing of the bat, which doesn't make contact. If he had, that one was going back to Railway.
Yeah. A little word from a skipper.
Look at this, the work Niall's put in today. 4-camera setup.
It's top notch. You wonder would it be better off first over, maybe run it down to third man, just get your bat on the ball, get a feel, but
that's
modern game,
not the way Bruce Whaley goes about it. He's certainly looking to take on Byron.
There he goes. That's cracked away. That will be 4. Up and over. Nobody there. Backward point. Deep backward point, and it is 4. Just a little bit of width, an extra bounce. He just
finally getting hold of one. It almost cramped it up. He was lucky to get away with that in some ways. It was starting to cramp him up. He was not getting the space and the width he wanted, but there was enough there that he managed to force it away square on the offside.
It is the modern way. You just get bat on it.
All or nothing, isn't it?
It just flies.
Especially when we're at the stage in these first 6 overs.
And of course, thanks to Dale for another cracking looking pitch.
Well, the groundwork's continuing on a pace here at Pembroke. Hopefully it won't be long before the nets get moved. And, well, there are a few clouds in the sky, but you'd say 75% clear, although the sun has managed to dip behind one of those 25% cloud cover.
Typical Irish look. That's straight, lovely straight drive. Just leaned into it. Just enough.
Well, there was enough on it in the end, but it certainly wasn't off the middle of the bat.
No, you could hear the sound.
But it down towards the bottom of the bat, and well, he almost moved the spectators down there, but they decided to leave it to Danny Hogan.
I suppose in the power play nowadays, it's just, you know where the fielders are, and they just play their shots.
Slip coming out already for the final ball of this over.
Hogan gone a bit straighter at mid-on. That's well bowled.
Super delivery through the batsman to conclude the first over. 2 boundaries, 8 runs, no wickets down. So Railway will be very happy with the way that's gone. Good evening, Ed.
Yeah, you could see he was just trying to open up his body again. But the ball just came on quicker.
Who'd you give the ball to for the other end?
Oh, it's going to be Addison Sheriff, I would suspect.
All pace opening.
Well, they did so well up in Stonians at the weekend. It was an amazing opening partnership. Putting Stonians on the back foot from the word go when you're defending in what you would say 213 odd, isn't it, or 20 odd, whatever, isn't a huge total nowadays on a good it was a small enough ground, good track.
There's obviously something in the track because
a favourite spin, yeah, because they 3 good spinners.
Because, as you say, 213, you wouldn't consider 220, whatever, around that region. Wouldn't normally be enough in an Irish Senior Cup game. But fabulous bowling performance by Pembroke meant that, well, they bowled them out, what?
95?
Yeah, something like that, under 100 anyway.
It is Sheriff.
It was nice to do that to the chief selector, Andrew White.
Well, if you're going to try and reverse sweep Paul Lawson first ball, you deserve what you get. And he was plumb. Well,
a single taken from Rob O'Brien. He is the captain of this Railway side this year. Railway definitely pursuing a youth policy, which may in 5 years' time pay off.
Well, they're already winning some great games this season.
Yeah. And of course, they're missing Liam McCarthy tonight. Liam off with the Irish side, and what a debut he's had. That catch he took in the first innings was fabulous. Unfortunately, it's Ireland's performance with the bat that hasn't been up to scratch. So, Addison Sheriff from the nursery end goes short to start with. The umpires signalling 1 for the over. Not a bad start, though.
Well, just his first ball to Whaley. And you can see there, well within the range permitted. Yeah, I'd go back. If you look at it again in a test match, the tail is scoring a bigger percentage of runs than they really should.
Oh, McBride and Mark Adair, they've had to dig Ireland out of the poo a few times already in Ireland's short test career. Another good short ball played away. That's a sensible shot from Whaley. Just take the single.
Yeah, that's what he needs to do more of. Get more singles, less stop balls, and then he can't find the boundary. But yeah, we'll go back to our age-old argument. Should the Ireland batters have been batting in matches rather than just netting?
Well, I think it does show the lack of cricket being played. When you compare it to Zimbabwe, who in 24 played 13 tests, more than any other test nation. And it paid off for them in the World Cup then. They produced performances.
I would say a good, strong league game with a bit of oomph in it would have been better than that Emerald Challenge for intensity.
Well, they wanted 4 days, you see. We don't play that in the league.
Big shouts.
The umpire was on his way, wasn't he?
Yeah, he left. He decided very early on that was not it. Yeah, it was always drifting down leg. Caught the wind there. Little breeze.
And there is a little breeze here this evening. It's just keeping the temperature below boiling. Bit of a crowd building up. It is Friday evening if you're in the area.
On the way home from work, have a little detour.
Consider popping in.
It's a good line again from Sheriff. Keeps Whaley tightened up.
A few of you tuned in already, 25. Thank you very much for joining us. We hope you enjoy this Alan Murray Cup game.
Another
well
big
bowled again. He's wrapping into the pads again. This one,
he's a little bad on it. No signal of leg by, so the umpire thinks he got something on that.
but a fine over. That one's much closer.
Yeah, I still think he's just drifting past leg stump. Definitely umpire's call, but at the end of the day, he gave it off the bat.
Well, the first over had 2 scoring shots and the score went to 8. This one had 2 scoring shots and the score has gone on to 10. So good over from Addison Sheriff. He really has settled into Pembroke cricket very quickly and very well.
His performances so far this season have been excellent. Different pitches, locales,
Just
competitions. He's finding his feet in every one.
Just coming to Ireland, I think, it was a big change, but he's adapted very quickly. Byron McDonough, another man who enjoys his fast bowling, coming in from St John's End. Putting O'Brien onto the back foot there, he just sort of almost Zorroed at the ball. Flashing blade.
That one didn't quite carry through like some of the others, but yeah, got him on his back foot.
Very hard to get any power onto it from there. All you can hope for is almost to run it off the face of the bat.
Yeah.
Certainly not going to hit it down the ground from that back foot shot.
Oh, it's well played.
Yes, it's a funny one. We have the Premier T20 competition in Leinster being played for tonight. The various games around the grounds, and I'm sure you'll bring people up to date when we get a break later on. But you've also got a test match.
Yeah.
And,
it's over though.
And the women are also playing.
Yeah, a lot of cricket though, and it's condensing it into a small period.
Yeah, but it's also splitting audiences. People who are driving home after that test match.
It's short. It is given wide. Yeah, like if you're following test match in Belfast, it's a long way to go, or you're over on the north side of Clontarf for the...
You say it's a long way to go, but it's a relative thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going from Exeter to Durham, that's a long journey. And then an Australian would turn around and say, well, Sydney to Brisbane is a long journey.
Yeah. In Irish terms.
It's all relatively relative.
Yeah. When you add in Dublin traffic. That's a big hit.
Super shot.
That's going to hit. Pay attention. Somebody nearly hit the baby. Oh,
that's a cracking shot. And that one disappears for the first maximum of this T20.
Yeah.
Here it is. It was in his arc.
Yeah.
But it was still a nice clean hit. It came off the middle of the bat, that's for sure.
Wasn't far from bouncing onto the pram top there.
Another wide, yes.
But that shot, you could see that's the shot Whaley's been looking for from ball 1. And he finally just got it timed. So I'm just having a slight little trouble here between the ones into the arc and outside off stump going for wide. Just trying to find that happy medium. And that's up in the air. It's going to be a chance.
And it's taken.
Yeah, it's well watched into that high sun.
I've used this expression many times over the 7 years we've been broadcasting here at Pembroke Cricket Live, but live by the sword, die by the sword. Whaley departs. The score is 20 for 1. And
Well, I
Byron
suppose-
McDonough, well, when you've got a blade flashing like
Yeah.
that, you're not going to middle them all. We saw
No.
that with the 4 he hit down the ground, and this one on this occasion came off the side of the bat. And Bruce Whaley will be slightly disappointed having got out for 15. But you can see he's trying to whip it round to the leg
Yeah.
side, and he's not got it right. And it's a fine catch. He had ground to make up. He was
Yeah.
never steady. He didn't get underneath it and get steady. He was always chasing after it, but
Good
kept
pair
his-
of hands down there, though.
kept his eye on it, and as you say, good pair of hands, finished the job, and that's the first wicket down.
Yeah, I suppose from a railway perspective, you'd say the strike rate is what they'd want. Didn't quite come off, but there's another 9 batters now to try.
Cricketing royalty arriving at the ground. Ginger O'Brien,
There's too many.
Ginger O'Brien down. In fact, the O'Briens could probably put out a strong team just by themselves. So, Hamilton is the new batsman, and he will be facing a fired-up Byron McDonough. Oh,
Straight away.
Well, flash hard, and it goes away to the boundary. We've all scored that one. Sometimes we think it's deliberate, and sometimes we know full well it isn't. But this one, well,
It does, as they say, it's in the book.
that's a nice shot to just play it away.
Well, with no slips and nobody at third man, like
Well, there's short third there.
yeah, you're not going to no chance of
A
that.
deep fourth slip, perhaps.
Yeah,
But no, that wasn't his catch, that's for sure. But Hamilton off to a great start.
that's going to be wide.
No
Just
harm.
drifting. Yeah, again, it's a safe enough shot in these T20 days. It's it's full outside off. Throw something at it. And generally, it seems to always go the batsman's way.
Byron looking to close out the third over now. Halfway through the power play. Paul Lawson, plenty of experience, knows better than to try throwing that and try and cut off a single that they're safely home for. But 3 wides in that over, as well as the wicket, and, well, 16 runs. So 26 for 1. Byron proving to be perhaps a little expensive, but has made the breakthrough.
I think, he'll know himself. The 3 wides will be the only real disappointment. You expect the flash outside off, flying for 4 here and there. It's just part of the game. You can't really, you don't have enough fielders to cover every gap. So the one thing you can, as a bowler, kind of negate is those extras. So that's, I'm sure, something he'll work on in his next couple of overs. That's an edge. Doesn't carry.
They get through for the single.
Sheriff straight away finds the edge of Hamilton's bat. Just dies.
Just lucky to get away with that one.
Yeah.
Desperately trying to whip it up off the ground. But not to be on this occasion.
Yeah, he's just trying to get under it because obviously the field is in the ring.
Bit of movement, but yes, it bounces a good 12 inches in front of the fielder. And he did well, actually, to get anything to it.
Yeah, just
One of those
keeping
awkward
it.
ones. You don't
Yeah.
want to put your face down anywhere near those.
Oh,
It's just a self-preservation thought, isn't it?
yeah, but 3 saved. Okay. Impressive line from Sheriff to the left-hander so far this evening. He's finding that nice little line where he just tucks him up while not opening up the leg side.
Quite an open stance from Rob O'Brien. Certainly one for the future, isn't he? I expected him in green
Yeah.
within the next 3 years.
Oh, in the next. Sorry. Yeah, I thought you meant this. Oh, that's a good hit.
That's a
4
nice
all the
shot.
way.
Nice shot. Lent into it. It almost looks premeditated, but I'd say what it actually was as soon as he saw it leave the bowler's hand, he thought, this is the one, and went after it and picked up another boundary.
Again, it was the first one that's kind of offered him some width outside off, and he's just allowed with the field in just to go under it.
Who else do we have to bowl today? Paul Lawson, of course. Mark Berry is out there.
Yeah, Daniel Murray.
Yeah, he's starting his leaving cert next week. You'll notice no Luke Murray in the side today.
Yeah.
And that's a super delivery.
And he's walking.
Has walked.
He's walked.
The umpire delayed the signal, but O'Brien has walked and he disappears. 31 for 2. And that's 2 in 2 wickets for Pembroke. And that's a good start for Pembroke. And, well, both openers gone and back in the hutch now.
Again, he's back on that lovely tight line. Oh, yeah, that's a perfect bouncer.
That's the one
at the neck.
Through. Hollins knew straight away. Yeah. Addison didn't even turn to the umpire, and O'Brien, in fairness to him, he's the one who went.
Yeah, but that's such a good bouncer. Like,
he's trying to shovel it away there, and it's not as high as he thought it would be.
Yeah, if he connected now, it was probably running away for 4. He just only managed to get a little bit of glove. Now he's got his, and also the one for the over.
So Tipness,
yeah, he's doing well so far this season with bat and ball. But not the ideal situation you want to come in. And granted, it's not the worst start, but
we have a fan in Bordeaux.
Oh, bonjour. I'll get out the crap accent.
Okay.
Wonderful part of the world.
The European Rugby Champions, as our poster reminds us. He was late into trying to get that one away that way.
Yeah. Well, like I said, there's no point in bowling a bouncer that's 2 feet over the head. The West Indies always said chest to neck.
Yep.
That's where you put it.
Oh, that's a super delivery from Addison, and it's confusion. And a direct hit would have been interesting. Sunil Gupta it was with the pick up and throw. And my word.
All happening.
Here we go. Well, I'm sure that's one that Noel will want to show again.
Bowler definitely
Hollins did really well to get across to that.
Yeah, a little edge, just running off the face of the bats, and unfortunately ran a little too far.
Under 11's training on this evening.
Hence they're going on to the back for a bit of safety. Yeah, lovely delivery, catches the edge and just can't quite hold on to it. Shot.
That's a nice shot through extra. And that will be the boundary. And how often is it?
For a bowler.
For a bowler that you're that close to taking a wicket, and then the next shot, it's...
I would say the percentage is in the over 80% that happens. It just seems every time that a ball after you get dropped or something, or the LB doesn't go your way, whatever it is, you always seem to go for runs. So first change of bowling, it will be Daniel Murray replacing Byron McDonough from the St. John's Road end.
As I said, Dan and his brother Luke both starting their leaving cert next week. Luke was very emphatic about the Tulane Cup game was his last and head down to the books.
Good man.
Dan enjoying the break from the books.
I'm sure we're on in the Murray household. Good line to start. Yeah,
it's been good to see the development of the Murrays over the last couple of years with bat and ball. And you get the feeling that Dan has, both of them have put on a couple of yards of pace this year. And they don't look out of place on the first team these days. It won't be long before they're automatic selections, one feels.
Nobody's automatic.
Heatley and Anita getting in touch via the chat on YouTube. If you subscribe to Pembroke Cricket Live, you can join in on that chat. We will be asking you in about 6 overs' time what you think the final score is going to be for Railway and what Pembroke are going to have to chase. And let's see who gets close. I got closest.
Yeah, Craig was closest in the last league game. Just 1 run out. Again, lovely line from Murray. Just dangling it outside off, and Hamilton trying to get it, lean into it, but not quite getting there, and safely through to Hollands. I'd say, for me, the only really disappointing thing for this start, apart from the wickets for Railway, is the amount of dot balls. They're not quite just knocking it around, picking up the singles in between.
Danny Hogan seems to... Does he have a bandage on his arm?
Yeah, he hurt his wrist at work last week.
It's in the air, and that's no fielder there for the first 6 overs, and that's another 6. It goes through the car park gate, and that'll take some fetching.
Just sits up. Too short. Traditional long hop, really, at this level. Hamilton rocked back, picking the length quickly. And as Craig says, with nobody out there, it really is a free hit.
Well, we were lucky enough last night to see Jessica Duffy-Mullin recording a fabulous century for the women's thirds. It's very rare that you see one batter providing over 70% of the runs. She scored 103. The other bats scored 30. And extras were 10.
Yeah.
So
just shows, actually, and a shout out for the Phoenix bowlers, only 10 extras when you're being assaulted like that.
That's a nice shot again. However, this time, Paul Lawson covering that extra cover, keeps it to a single.
The way they bowled, without that one batter for Pembroke, you'd have to say they probably would have won that game easily.
Plenty of cricket in the LHK Alan Murray Cup today.
I think the students are in Trinity playing Leinster.
Seems to be about 8 games on.
Yeah. Civils.
Full range.
Yeah, the full fixture list. Oh, that's well played.
Well judged and well played, and Tipness getting that one away. He was halfway through the shot and then just decided to just let the ball hit the bat rather than trying to smash the ball down the ground, and it slipped down to the clubhouse, and that has worked out very well. Good over, though, for Murray. Good pace, but on this occasion, the hand coming off the bat as well, but it brings forth another boundary for Railway. And they won't be too upset. 46 for 2. They find themselves after 5 overs. 1 over left in the power play. There's nothing you can do about that. You can't set a field for that. It's actually a fine shot.
Well, I think you once set a field for that, where we had 9 in the slip cone.
Well, yes, we've had games like that, all right.
Now we are going to see Joe Prendergast come on from the nursery end, replacing Addison Sheriff. So keeping the same option going.
Well, the spin options open to Captain Jack Tector. Paul Lawson. That's about it, really, for spin tonight.
No, it's unless you take Greg's pads off and his little offies, but I don't think that will happen. Sunil is injured, the webbing of his hand, so he won't be bowling. Tim Tector has been known to throw an arm over.
One suspects that if you're in the Tector family, you had to bowl at some stage in the garden.
Yeah.
Nicely played by Prendergast, and superb fielding.
He just his hand came off the bat again. And just lost control.
See the bat just remaining in the top hand, trying to steer it almost.
Yeah.
It wasn't to be on this occasion. Prendergast in. Same shot, same fielder, same result, no run.
Like Derek Cosgrave, Pembroke member, is playing this evening with the students against Leinster in College Park. Has unfortunately had a bad night at the office. Just the one run before getting out.
Another dot ball. Prendergast, well, he's opened the bowling for the first few years ago. And I remember him being an off spinner himself. And then he suddenly changed and went to pace. And it's not the fastest delivery,
but it's accuracy.
Joe is on the spot bowler, and that's what you want in a T20.
Yeah. And he gets shape. You can just see there on that delivery. It's just a little bit of shape. But yeah, I faced Joe off spin in his younger days in a match or two. But I think he's that good of a cricketer. When the call was needed, when they were short of seam for a couple of seasons there in Pembroke, he stepped up.
I did see Mark Berry down here today.
Oh,
is he
yes,
on the field?
He is. That's the other option.
Oh, this one really just getting through. Byron and Sunil Gupta combining. They will get through for a couple. It is the end of the over. It is the end of the power play. And the score 49 for 2 as Railway going along at a rate of 8.17.
Yeah, no, Mark Berry is here. Just trying to spot him in the field.
Well, that's the end of the power play, and we'll show you a quick look at the batting card thus far. And there it is. The two openers departing quite quickly, both to catches, and it was Berry that took that catch.
So he's definitely on the field.
He's definitely on the field. So it does give Jack Tector options with Berry and Lawson yet to bowl. So there could be 6 bowlers. We're waiting to see how Jack Tector decides to use his resources. Murray to continue then. Oh, cracking shot. But
Sounded
of course,
lovely.
with the power play over now, there's more protection on the square boundaries. And that is 50 up. 50 coming up off 37 deliveries for the loss of 2 wickets.
Honours even at the moment, would you say?
Well,
8 and overs expected.
I don't know much about the Railway lineup at the moment, but obviously batsmen 3 and 4 will be expecting to get some runs.
Well, we've got Peter LaRue, of course, probably to come in next. Sure Walden can bat a bit.
There's a good crowd building up on the wall now. A couple of dozen people have made it down on this Friday of a bank holiday. Perhaps you might consider joining them. That's a nice shot. He was onto it quickly, turned. There is a fielder down there who will keep it to a single. It was a nicely manufactured shot from Tipness.
And just coming down the track, and the ball was dug in a bit shorter, but managed to turn around the corner. I've seen a few of the ladies' internationals here this evening, obviously having a little break in between matches. The next game will probably be West Indies and Sri Lanka, I'd assume.
Oh, that's
flies
away down to the Wheelfield Road gate area. They will get through for 2 as the fielder had some ground to cover to get to the delivery.
It was well run from Railway. You can hear maybe Danny in the background. Great set. And any over, I suppose, in this format where you don't get a boundary, is a good set.
into the pads. Big appeal from Murray. It wasn't an appeal for the LBW, an appeal for don't run.
Come through for the leg bye. That was always going to miss the leg stump. But again, Pembroke is not going to be too unhappy with just seeing a single taken. Oh, we can see Luke Murray sitting on the wall without book in hand. How dare he take a break?
I think you can't spend all day at the books.
I'm not one to comment. I didn't spend any.
Nice short delivery from Murray, forcing the batsman just to play it away. They did get through for a single, but he won't be too upset at that. It's a good over.
It's a very good over from a Pembroke point of view. You just see any over without a boundary. That dropped the run rate from 8.2 down to 7.9. So the ebbs and flows.
Well, there will be overs that where the batsmen do get after a bowler. Hollins with the helmet on now. Prendergast to continue from the nursery end.
Well, obviously, Pembroke have to use a minimum of 5 bowlers, but as you said, there's
at least six out there.
There's 6 out there, so
and 6 frontline bowlers. It's not a part timer who's filling in.
No. So would you go 5? I suppose they'll see how it goes, and maybe they might go 5 seam, depending on wickets. Good keeping from Hollins.
Well, maybe at this stage that they might keep Dan Murray going for his full contingent of 4, but Joe, after this will be his second.
And he takes a break.
He may take a break, and you find a 5th bowler coming in there, or they might just bowl these 2 and then go to their 5th and 6th bowler. And again, these are the options that Jack Tenter has ahead of him.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely day today. I managed to get out of the office at lunchtime. Had an absolutely fabulous lunch. Good company. Good burger.
I just made myself some mushroom and noodles.
Enjoyed the sunshine and seeing Temple Bar full of tourists.
Yeah, days like today, that's going to just be a dot ball again. It's a superb bowling from Joe Prendergast. I made myself...
He's not giving the batsman any room at all here.
Pitching it up. I made myself homemade burgers last night, which were delicious. I do say so.
You do say so.
I do say they bloody were. That's well bowled again.
Big swing for Tipness. He's trying to get down the right line, and he's just not doing it at the moment. Hollins standing up to Joe, helmet on, obviously, if you're going to stand that close.
Yeah.
But again, Greg Hollins, such a fine keeper. Pembroke absolutely blessed to have him in a position to take over anytime Lorcan Tucker is away on representative duty. He's a fine man with the bat as well. Fuller from...
Oh, too full. That time he didn't hit the deck.
Full toss comes off the edge of the bat and flies away to 3rd, and that'll be a boundary. It kind of breaks up the 4 dot balls that he's managed to bowl.
You can see how disappointed he is in himself. He just over-pitched that and never hit the grass, and all the batsman really had to do was throw his hands at it. But again, you'd say 5 deliveries, 4 runs. This is good from Pembroke. Oh, that's going to fly again. Same area.
The batsman just threw his hands at that, and it paid off for him. He got at the edge, and it flew away. Another boundary. There's no footwork at all. That was just throw the bat, and it just happened to get to the right place.
Well, you suspect if he'd missed that, the umpire would have given it wide, in fact.
Still, I don't think Railway will be too upset with the boundary. 63 then for 2 off 8 overs. And all this is doing is setting up a superb second innings when Pembroke are going to have to chase down this total. At the moment, you're looking, well, somewhere around close to 160 as a finishing position.
You'd say that's par these days. On most grounds and most tracks.
First team cricketers.
Yeah. That's a 40 over score for us.
Mark Berry it is.
If we're lucky.
Who's going to take over from Dan Murray? Mark Berry, the Pembroke reigning hide-and-seek champion. Still nobody has managed to topple him from that crown
Did you want to say
2 years ago.
nobody's found them?
Oh, that's a nice shot. Lifted over the ring, down to the Wheelfield Road gate. That'll be a lovely boundary and a great way to start for Hamilton's facing of Berry.
Yeah, all he had to do was lean back, bit of width, and then just throw the bat.
But he deliberately, you can see, deliberately lifted it as well. Fine shot. The result, a boundary. But again, the thing that happens in T20, you can come over for your first over and go for 15, 16, 17, and then be given a break, come back perhaps from the other end, and suddenly you bowl a maiden. Cricket really is a strange game in that regard.
That's a good reply from Berry.
You see, that's how Berry. That's how Berry operates. I'd say he's closer to Joe Prendergast than Byron. In that he's very accurate. He is always throwing these darts down at the batsman's feet. Very rarely does Mark go for the bouncer.
Oh, but yeah, he prefers Fuller.
Oh, that's a nice shot. It is in the air.
No.
And if anybody's going to catch it, it would have been Sunil Gupta, because I've seen him take some amazing catches like that. But on this occasion, well, the unusual shot pays off.
Really well played.
More height than perhaps the batsman wanted, but it had the desired effect and it made its way to the boundary. And that's another 4. And Hamilton would be delighted with the way that shot went. It would just encourage him to do it again.
Because again, wasn't a bad ball, but perfectly placed.
Well, the stump's doing the fielding on this occasion. No unusual dismissals tonight, please. But this one just driven back straight at the stumps. But it did stop the batsman in his tracks.
Oh, in the air. Oh, just short.
Well, I've seen the Pembroke side practicing their fielding on many occasions here on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And you're taking about a 50-50 chance with those.
Oh, I'd nearly go 60-40 in Pembroke's favour at the Uppin Stallions, or only last weekend in the league game. Joe Prendergast's run-outs to get George Dockrell. Oh, no, sorry, Ben White. Direct hit on the run. And again, up in Belfast the next day, another run-outs from the fielder on the run, thrown in.
Berry into the left-hander. Stays over the wicket. And they drop it into the space, and they will take a single that Pembroke will be quite happy for them to take. Well, 9 overs gone. Score's moved on to 73 for 2. And now we will start taking your guesses on the live chat as to how many you think Railway are going to end up with.
Well, I think we already have the one of the performances of the evening happening in Terranure tonight.
Well, we'll come to you in a minute, Graham. We'll wait until the 10th over for that. But here is the Pembroke bowling card so far. As you can see, the wickets up top with McDonough and Sheriff. And then Paul Lawson now to enter the attack. He's taking over from Joe Prendergast. And as I said, 6 bowlers. It just opens up the options for Tector when we get closer to the end of this innings.
And again, if Lawson is on form, he'll run through and over before you know it. And
not only that, but the batsmen now are having to put pace on the ball.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of it. When you're playing at this level, Lawson, of course, who's still living on cloud 9. In fact, the Lawson family are, because Aston Villa won the UEFA Cup, as was.
Yeah, and Arsenal won the league. Paul's an Arsenal fan.
Arsenal Premier League champions, first time in 22 years. I didn't know that there were that many Arsenal shirts in Dublin until last weekend.
Apparently the diaspora in London flocked to Arsenal.
Good ball from Lawson. Good air. It's played down the ground. They will take just the single. And it will be West Ham United who have the joys of travelling to Grimsby next year.
And the London taxpayer count the costs. Apparently Johnson and the Olympic Committee signed a terrible deal with West Ham and Karen Brady when they leased the stadium to them.
Is the umpire signalling free hit there?
Yeah, no ball called.
Ah, no ball. Unusual for Lawson. He doesn't normally give away free runs like that. However, he did get away with the free hit, just a single taken.
This is no ball.
Okay.
Unusual for Lawson, as I say,
Yeah.
or for any spinners really, to be overstepping.
It's criminal. Oh, straight hits. Tector comes around and will just be another single.
Oh, no, and it's gone past everybody and run to the boundary. It's overthrows.
5 to the total.
And that's not the sort of thing that's going to improve the mood of Paul Lawson, that's for sure. It just bounced awkwardly, got past the keeper, Hollins, and then, well, nobody was backing him up, and it ran away to the boundary.
Yes.
One ball to go. In.
Uncharacteristically sloppy.
2 balls to go in the over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Scorers are going to have to catch up on that one. That one, superbly fielded by Gupta. Full length dive, one hand collection, and return to the bowler.
And that was the bad hand that he stopped it with, because like that he's had trouble with the webbing of his hands. Got a cut there in a match a couple of weeks ago.
Brings Tipness clipping it away to mid-wicket, where Murray does the fielding.
That's a really fine over from Lawson. There was a boundary in it, but that wasn't down to the bowler.
Oh. I thought they were going to go for drinks.
Well, I wouldn't have been surprised if they'd taken drinks, but there is a bit of a breeze. It's keeping the temperature down, so no rush to get drinks in.
I can't have drinks in a T20.
No, but somebody usually runs a
Oh,
water
to the
bottle out
batter.
or
For
something
the
to the
batter.
batter.
I thought you meant an official little break, yeah.
Yeah, they take the drinks break in the
Oh,
So Berry to continue then from the St John's end. Railway doing a good job of keeping this run rate up in excess of 8. The scorers having a bit of difficulty with that delivery that went for the overthrows. Live scoring undoubtedly will catch up with us shortly. This is Mark Berry bowling, not Paul Lawson, as you see on your screen. On the graphics, as you see on your screen, it is Mark Berry. Coming down the track.
oh, that's well stopped.
Well,
Another
another. Well,
no need for that.
I understand why. Yes, there's no need for it, but Pembroke trying to get every ball in with power and accuracy. Batsman not ready for Berry. Live scoring, as I say, frozen at 9.3. It's well bowled by Berry. The batsman coming down the track, and he threw it just a bit wider. And all the batsman could do was just get his willow onto the ball and let it run out for a single. That brings Hamilton back on strike. These two now, well, they're very close to a 50 partnership, and Pembroke will be looking to break this partnership sooner rather than later. My money's on a Danny Hogan catch. Danny Hogan down at deep, long on.
I'm going to call a Paul Lawson cotton bowled.
Something came unplugged at the other end.
The live score's been acting up all over the last few weeks.
Well, they finally got the 5 runs onto the score, but they're still slightly behind our scorers. No gazebo for them tonight. The sunshine bursting through now, as you can see with the shadows.
Oh, well bowled. He's bowled really well to the left-hander, Barry. You know, the scorers were offered the gazebo and they declined. They were happy to sit out and enjoy the evening sun.
What's the score on the scoreboard then?
That's the reason.
So, both batters, well, at the moment, 29 apiece.
Well, again, that's not accurate, Graham. You're an over behind that.
Oh, there, just went to 87. So, and both batters are on 30. So, Lawson.
Fabulous over, though. Just 2 runs coming from Berry's over. That will produce a bit of frustration amongst the batsmen, and that won't help them either. No. Nicely played shot, but well fielded by Danny Hogan. And he got the ball back quickly to prevent any thought.
Oh, that's a big shout. It's not given. You can just see the frustration building in the batter. He's just trying to try
trying to manufacture a shot now. He's 30 off 23 so far, Hamilton. He's gone for the reverse and it's hit him.
Belly, chest high. Well, I know it's on his knee, but... And he goes again. This time bad on it, I would think.
And Gupta with speed, making sure that Railway don't take any more than a single for that. Does bring Tipness onto strike. He's favouring that shot at the moment.
Well,
as a way of countering Lawson.
We're definitely thought it hit the bat. Here's a chance.
More traditional straight down the ground.
Brilliant work.
Catch is taken. It's a fine catch. I think that's Tim Tector down there.
It is. You know him by the armbands.
88 for 3. A partnership of 57 there for Railway Union between Hamilton and Tipness. But Tipness, well, the frustration you could see is I put that wicket down to, and I was quite right. It was a catch at long on. No, it's just the wrong end.
Yeah.
But a fine catch. And it was one of those modern catches where you catch it inside the boundary. And then he threw it up in the air, stepped back onto the field of play and took the catch. And that's the 3rd wicket down with the score on 88.
Well, it's so often.
We are in the 12th over.
It's so often where you see Paul Lawson getting wickets. It's where batsmen start getting frustrated and try to manufacture shots off him. And with all his experience, he laps it up.
88 for 3 now off 70 deliveries, so the run rate's still a good one. You see there Tector with the cricket sense, and as modern players do, taking the catch and getting rid of the catch and regaining the catch. Everyone looking at the camera, and there he is. Just his head. That has brought Carr to the wicket now. And that's quite a sensible shot. He's dropped it into the leg side. There was a chance of 2. They decided against it, and perhaps wisely, as Lawson finishes out an over, 1 wicket and 2 runs. And that is fabulous from him and very good from Pembroke. Wickets falling in the 3rd and 4th over, and then the 3rd one falling in the 12th over. You can see the shadows on the pitch. It's not reflective of how breezy it is out there today, and that breeze, no doubt, is taking it down a little bit.
Ooh, I think we're going to see... Are we going to see a Tector? Yeah, trying a little something different.
Again, looking for spin.
Pace off, yeah, in these middle overs.
13th over. generally, this is sort of time where you say, "Oh, double that," and if they manage to double that and get up to 180, I think Railway will be very pleased.
I think this is the first time Tim Tector has bowled for Pembroke.
Well, not troubling anybody with pace anyway.
No.
And the first one gets powered away for 4 through extra cover.
I certainly can't remember him bowling before. Can you?
No. Well, when Harry's around,
Yeah, who you got to pick to bowl?
we would go with Harry Tector's off spin.
It's a better delivery from Tector.
And again, it's just the lack of pace makes it difficult for the Railway batsman. Nice throw in from the boundary there. Joe Prendergast doing the patrolling down the railway line. So if you're on a train going past, he'll be the one you'll be waving to. Oh, just a bit full.
He gets away with it. It seems the modern game, they want pace off. So again, I've just missed out on a career.
Well,
Tiger. It's been 1 by on ATT.
That should be fielded. It is. Will come true for the single though.
yeah, but a single you don't mind too much.
Oh, you'll take 6 singles in an over any day of the week.
Well, 7 from this over already, and 3 figures just 1 shot away for Railway now. Will Hamilton try and do it in 1 shot? No, just milking the bowling at the moment. Another single. So 8 from the over, a decent over that from Tector. Again, just taking the pace off. And the score has moved on to 97 for 3. And now with 7 overs remaining. Do you want to give us your guess, Graham?
153.
I've gone for 164, so that will give our viewers some idea of what we're thinking of. Nobody brave enough to come in with a guess as yet. Lawson then from the nursery end. And the other thing about this, of course, is that Railway will see this. See that runs came a lot quicker from the pace bowlers than the slow bowlers, and perhaps if they have slow bowlers, they'll be looking to...
Yeah, a guy who doesn't normally bowl on the ones, but he bowls a little bit slower, might get his chance tonight.
It's in the air. Oh, it's been put down. Murray at point, unfortunately going to ground.
Byron McDonough there at point.
Yeah, it is Byron. He apologises to his teammates, specifically to the bowler. This time played with a lot less power, and it bounces well short of the fielder.
But again, every time Lawson bowls like that, I'd be reducing my guess.
Another one out to the ground, and that is Dan Murray.
Yeah.
Now watching the first team enough that you can, from people's silhouettes and
Yeah,
how they move.
How they throw the ball in. Oh,
there you go.
Cotton
We've
balls.
both been right on that one, Graham. Courter did deep long on and caught and bowled by Lawson. He picks up a wicket in his 3rd over. The score 99 for 3.
and I'd say McDonough feels a little bit better. Not a lot, because you never like to put a catch down, but when the bowler gets it back in the same over, there's a little bit of redemption for you.
Well, once you put down a catch, if that guy goes on, I once put down a guy on 6 and he went on to get 150.
Well,
and it was the simplest catch ever. It was just scooped round the corner. I don't know what happened. It hit the turf and he went on to get 130 or something. It just broke my heart.
Well,
but On this occasion, Byron got away with it,
Yeah.
and the relief of the fielder who's put down a catch when the bowler then. What normally happens is the bowler does it himself, whether it's by bowling or a caught and bowled like Lawson just did, and it's a real sort of, well, I need you anyway.
Yeah, I'll do it myself. Well, the most famous, of course, is when Lara was dropped on 10 or 12, and then 490 odd runs, 80 runs later, he walked back to the pavilion, 501 not out.
So Carr and Waldron now the partnership for Railway.
Apparently, the fielder on the day joked after him being dropped, because he'd already scored, I think, 4 centuries in the previous 4 games. Joked, oh, he's going to go on and make 100 here. Well, he did, and 400 more.
Team Texas second over. I think this is fine captaincy by Jack Tector, bringing Tim on, not just from a brotherly love side of things, but Railway would have been expecting certain bowlers to bowl.
Yes.
And certainly wouldn't be or have faced Tim before, and that would make them a little wary.
Well, as I said, just going to be a little... Oh, it's a dot ball, even better.
I need you to do that, because I forgot to do the replay for the wicket.
Right.
Oh, that's a big
close.
swing. And there we go. That's it. It's the frustration at not having a big hit that is forcing Railway to go after Tector. Oh, full toss on this occasion is powered away on the offside, and they should get 2 this time. But they decide against it because the Pembroke fielding, the ground fielding itself, there has been a drop catch, but the ground fielding itself has been sharp. And the throws coming in, well, they are with power and accuracy. We did see that one overthrow.
Well, I had to...
There we go. Big swing at the bat. It only results in another single, but you can see, you can sense the frustration of the batsman. They want to get the crowd, the Railway crowd, going a little bit. The people who come down across the road, the sunny side of the street, they want to give them something to cheer on. 103 for 4.
Yeah. I had to look it up there out of curiosity. Tim's statistics for bowling. So the last time he bowled was 2023 in any game.
All right, Heatley's gone for 173.
Oh.
I say Heatley. It could be Anita. With
Ooh.
depends who's driving.
Does he know something? Like, he's not backing the bowlers.
He's gone for the highest score so far.
Yeah.
We have a 150 odd, a 160 odd, and now a 170 odd. We didn't ask Niall before he headed off to his other cameras.
So Lawson to continue. Oh. Another dot.
Well, Pembroke pulling this Railway innings back on the leash. We were talking about a run rate that was up near 9 earlier on. It's now down to 6.8.
Yeah. That's definitely in the fielding side's favour at the moment now.
Another one just clipped away. They're looking for 2 again. And at some stage, they're going to have to start taking those second runs on.
Yeah.
In the hope that the fielder isn't going to pick it up cleanly or the throw is going to go astray. But so far, it doesn't look like they are.
Again, that dip Lawson gets, just holding it back.
Very frustrating for the batsman. Never mind. Another one, Lawson collects just with his left hand casually, as if it had been thrown back to him by one of his own players.
He's net bowling at the moment. There we go, dip. Oh, just gets it over his hand for 4.
But again, that was a shot as much born out of frustration as anything else. 109 for 4 then from... Is that 16 gone?
16 gone, yeah, just the 6
Paul
runs.
Lawson, and you see the his 4th over. So he's now done. Paul Lawson's spell is complete.
But a very good spell, and when your spinner can get through, 4 overs and just go for the 19, or sorry, 22 runs.
2 for 22 from 4 overs. Most successful of the Pembroke bowlers so far, along with the openers McDonough and Sheriff. But the support bowlers have done a good job. None of them have been really taken on by the batsman, and that brings back Byron McDonough from the St John's end.
And you'll have Addison Sheriff come back on at the nursery end, so managed his bowling options really well to get to the last 4. Shed for LB. Umpire's not interested, will just be a leg by.
Wind coming from the west.
Oh,
generally that brings rain with it. Again, this is about my 15th game and I haven't had a rain break yet. I keep saying it.
Yeah, you're lucky charm at the moment.
So
you know what's going to happen, because when you play, it'll start raining.
Monday sees me on the field.
That's the difference.
Saying
It'll
you
be.
Probably do the scoring from down here.
I was thinking about that. It depends on if Clontarf brings somebody or
you
not.
Bring them down here.
I'll ask them to join me, and I can commentate and score. If I can umpire and score,
Clever.
I can definitely commentate and score.
Clever bowling from McDonough, putting that one down the tram line.
Yeah, Hollands did well there. Not an easy one for the keeper. Managed to get something on it to keep it to a dots.
See, James Lowe is leaving.
Oh, is he? That was rumoured, last week. Where's he off to?
Don't know.
Well, that's his Ireland career gone.
Been a fine servant to Leinster and Ireland.
But that's Ireland obviously are going to have to move on then on the wing from him.
They've options.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Options.
Evening, gents.
Good evening, Heatley.
Just listening to your brilliant commentary. And on Tim's first year, he bowled a lot for Pembroke.
Oh, it's not in the. It's not in the. No.
That must have been his last year.
It's no. He bowled 88 overs in 2023, which was YM.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
15 wickets.
Yeah.
In 88 overs.
Is that what, 2023?
Yeah.
I was thinking 24.
Byron McDonough now into his third over. It's been a good over as well. Now the batsmen have to make that adjustment from the pace of the ball they've been facing from Tim Tector and from Paul Lawson, and back to the full-on pace of Byron McDonough. And as you say, probably Addison Sheriff to finish out from the nursery end.
Oh, big shouts. Little inside edge, I think.
I thought there was an inside edge there, and they get away, and it's signalled as a leg by.
It's funny, earlier in the over, I didn't think it hit the bat, and he gave it his runs. So the difference looking at it from 22 yards makes. But again, just a single to the total. Pembroke aren't going to be too unhappy with that. I think at this stage, Heatley's 173 is looking very optimistic on a railway point of view. With bowling like this.
Another single taken, no problem there. And that is a fine over. Just 4 coming from it, and the score has moved on to 113 for 4. And that's 3 overs done from McDonough. And we expect now that we will see the third over from Addison Sheriff. Yeah? It's camera number 4. And it's on the cut button now. So you've got both cameras at this end.
So, yes, it is Addison Sheriff.
You're on you. And if you cut, you'll go to this one here. And in fact, we want it to be
Addison.
Number 2. There we go. Addison Sheriff with a slower ball, very cleverly bowled. 2 fielders going for it.
Oh, Danny Hogan. Danny Hogan with the catch. Oh, we didn't get it on camera.
Well, you say that.
Hopefully we got that on camera.
Well, let's have a look and see.
One-handed.
If any of us pick that up.
some camera, please, because that deserves it. It seemed to be dropping in between Danny Hogan running from cover and Daniel Murray coming in from deep extra cover. Seemed to be dropping in between them, and then Danny Hogan sticks the handouts and one-handed took the catch. But yeah, really intelligent bowling from Sheriff.
Slower ball
into the
fifth wicket goes down with the score on 1-1-3 for 5, and that's an over there. That's right. Sheriff into his third.
So that brings Peter LaRue to the crease.
2, 3, 4.
I missed it. I was in here. Yeah. Can't do that.
Wide call.
Now you see, now they're going to start taking these runs that they should have been taking. Philip LaRue, the new batsman, has joined Carr.
We have to apologise on missing that catch.
I did hit, but I don't think any of them caught that part of the ground.
You have a blind spot. So Sheriff in the car.
Well,
the little scoop, the tricks come out.
Gupta, for a moment, thought he could get to that. He couldn't. It's 4 runs, and this is now end of innings batting.
Yeah. End game. I know in the IPL now they nearly have a designation for each over in each delivery almost.
Just annoy me too much.
See what Sheriff does in reply.
Short and taken. Well, another wicket in the over.
It's a fine catch from Greg Hollins. You can see Sheriff just bowling a slower one into the ground there. No pace on the ball, and all Carr really could do, he was trying to play it to third man, but with the pace off, he couldn't quite get enough on it. And what, the second slip?
Steer it away from the keeper, and Hollins did a fine job of getting to it. 119 for 6.
There we go.
And they're just trying to play it and not wide enough to get it away from Spider-Man, Greg Hollins.
That's
It looks like a fashion statement,
doesn't it? Yeah.
The way his pad is folded over there.
Must be the...
no, it's the roll has caused that to happen. But he looks like he's got a dinner plate strapped to his knee.
His shield.
I can assure you that isn't the case. So 2 wickets in the 18th over, and that really will sort of take some momentum out of the Railway search for runs.
And again, the quicker, shorter ball. This will be one for the over. But again, it was well directed.
Not even a one for the over signal there.
No, I think are we getting one?
The umpire getting himself in a tangle.
Oh, yeah.
Just a short ball, not a bouncer.
He seems to have found his length really well for those.
It's a hell of a ball to face for your first delivery in a T20. It's gone short again. This time it's pulled square and will result in just a single. The ground fielding out there has been fabulous, considering it used to be called the minefield out there, with the amount of sand that used to have to be put down on it and everything. It took ages for it to settle down, but I was never keen on fielding on that side of the ground. I always liked the...
But since GM by choice does so much work winter and summer right there, it's only gotten better.
And will continue to do so, I suspect, during the summer.
And the balloon short ball.
And that's what it is. It's
ball.
A slow bouncer. Yeah. Now, so far, the batsman has dealt with it very well in that he's waited on it and just paddled it round the corner as opposed to trying to take it on for a boundary. That's wickets down there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, but again, the fact that he can only paddle it for one, though, is a victory for Pembroke.
Well, Pembroke will have to chase it over a runner ball. But how much over a runner ball, we'll find out in the next 2 overs. Just 2 overs to go now It's 1-2-1 for 6. And this has been a good performance from Pembroke. At one stage, Railway looked like they were going along very nicely at 9s and over, only a couple of wickets down. Things were going well. They were hoping to push on from there. But instead, Pembroke have really just tightened the leash and pulled them back in.
Yeah, I'd reduce my target from 153 to 139. I really do. The way these two are bowling in tandem.
So you're saying 19 runs off the final 2 overs?
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be that many, Graham.
Well, it's just that you can always imagine a nick down to third to where first slip would normally be standing. But yeah, they're certainly bowling well enough to only give 12 away.
McDonough 1 for 27 so far, searching for a second wicket.
Oh, close.
He wasn't far off on that occasion. And again, Railway are now at the situation whereby they have to take these runs and assume the fielder is going to not pick it up cleanly or not let go of it cleanly or miss the stumps. But he'd almost given up on that one.
I suppose the umpire hasn't said something to the batter. He's running straight down the track. Right down the middle. That's somebody who plays on a lot of mats.
Yeah, the batsman had given up on that one. But he was fortunate enough that McDonough's throw was errant. Well, there is your boundary, Graham.
Yeah. No, he's bowled. He missed it. That's wow.
I
He's
thought he'd scooped it down to
Yeah,
there, and in
the way-
fact he hadn't. There'd been the bails that had knocked it down and diverted it, and that is the end of LaRue, and he departs. And McDonough does pick up a second, and a well-deserved second it is too.
He's bowled really well this evening. Here we see it now. Shows the pace of the bowler. Flicks the top of the bells and it
I thought it'd come off
balloons.
the bat.
I thought
Yeah.
it was off the bat as well. I knew by the noise.
But the way that balloon, it just looked like a scoop shot connected.
123 for 7, as that one just takes middle,
Took off.
fails the middle stump. Well, 7 down now, Railway, and Pembroke have done so well at pegging this back. Yeah, I thought that had gone for runs,
Yeah.
but no, it had taken the bails. See, it didn't knock the stumps.
Yeah. He literally just flicked and kept going.
Look,
Yeah, Kumar Shah. So another left-hander. There's been a lot of left-handers this evening.
Left-handed or right-handed, it hasn't really made that much difference to Pembroke.
No.
They've done really well here.
But again, we just seem to be taking runs off our guesses from earlier. It shows how well.
Well, yeah, absolutely, how well Pembroke have done to peg this back.
Yeah.
Dot ball through to the keeper.
And we always say, like, the way Harry Tector just shuffles his bowling, he always seems to pick the right option.
Jack.
Jack, sorry, yeah. My bad. Oh, it's off the pads. It's not a peel half-hearted, you'd have to say. But no shot played is the decision from the umpire. So that will be a dot ball.
Send them back. Send them back.
Send them back, yeah. If I was the batsman, I'd be arguing avoidance myself. Always, claim that, especially when you're facing a fast bowler. Let's just try and get out of the way.
All right, Grant, thanks. McDonough then to close out his spell. The batsman throws a big bat at it and is nowhere near it. Goes through for the dot. 2 runs and a wicket. 1, 2, 3 for 7 from 19. Now, send in your guesses as to how many Pembroke are going to get, or Railway are going to get. 1, 2, 3 for 7.
Well, you feel they'll be lucky to hit 130 the way the bowling's going at the moment.
173, a bit optimistic.
Yeah.
I made a complete stop.
No faith in Tim's bowling.
We were blaming Anita. We assumed you were driving and it was Anita entering on your behalf.
Well, it was. But I was telling her what to do. So I said 173, I think.
Yes.
So here we are. Sheriff to bowl the 20th over.
Well, they've got to try and take 2 here. He's got to go for it, surely. He chooses not to.
Rightly so. It would have been out
And
by
the
a mile.
batsman really showing his frustration there.
That's some fine fielding out there.
It's been fine ground fielding from Pembroke all the way around. There has been 1 drop catch.
And 1 overthrow.
From Byron, and that overthrow that went for 5 runs. But other than that, it's been a very tidy performance. Coach Mullen will be delighted to see the standard of the fielding that's gone on here this evening. And what a great start to a bank holiday weekend this is.
Well, it's such a busy weekend for the men's ones. They have
Another single.
a long road trip tomorrow.
Where are they going tomorrow?
Cork. Cork.
Oh. Oh, really?
Cork County, down to the Mardyke.
The ones apparently are going into Cork.
That's what Graham has told us.
Oh, wait.
Anyway.
I could be wrong. I could be getting my weekends mixed up.
Short. Through to the keeper. And keeper rather than going for any catch off that, he just wanted to make sure it didn't get past him. Dot ball. You can see he makes the decision very early on.
Sorry, I got myself mixed up.
Sheriff in this last over. 3 balls remain. And Pembroke will be delighted with the way this innings has gone. That's a good ball through.
Oh, they have given
wide
away
ball.
Harsh.
It wasn't, no, it was overhead height. That one just a bit short, but it was a good pace and it certainly gives the batsman something to think about.
Sorry, yeah, the men's ones only have a game on Monday in the Cup against Phoenix away.
That's a refix of the Leinster Senior Cup game. It was called off. Sheriff now going around the wicket. No movement of the sight screens. Slower ball slashed at by the batsman.
Run 2.
And again, they decide that 2 is not the magic number.
Super fielding.
They were right.
And they were absolutely right. The quality of the fielding has been fabulous out there this evening. We'll even forgive them the drop catch, but that was made up for by Tim Tector's fine catch, and then Danny Hogan's fabulous one-handed grab.
And of course, Greg's one-handed.
So,
But he's got gloves on, so we'll minus some style points. Again, the slower one into the grass.
they're definitely going for 2 this time.
No!
And again,
I thought he would. He wouldn't have gotten
it was
back.
the striker, and again Pembroke throwing to the right end even.
Yeah.
And this is something that they obviously have worked on, and they've been very good at. So, just 1 ball remaining in the innings, 127 for 7, and as regards our guesses, nowhere near, absolutely nowhere near. It really has been a tale of 2 halves this game. And that's a good shot to finish off the innings. We'll give him that.
Yeah,
They've been
that's
wanting
the
to do that
6.
for a while.
The first boundary in a while.
133 for 7 then is the final total.
The first maximum in a while. I think the last one was Hamilton out our way about 10 hours ago.
But that is a fine fielding performance by Pembroke. They really have done a good job of pinning back Railway, who got off to a good start. In fact, I'm going to go at this the other way, the way I normally do. And we'll have a look at the worm first and see how that looks once Niall has finished with his replays.
You can just see in the arc here, and the kitchen sink was thrown.
Well, Addison looking at his feet. And there you have it. The graph obviously set up for a 50 over game, but you can see how it went for Railway, and it's that cluster of
I'd say the Manhattan.
wickets at the end, very telling.
The Manhattan would show, really.
Well, your wish is our command, as
Yeah, there you go at the start.
good starts, and then just those middle overs.
The pace-off overs.
Over 11 coming from it. So we'll have a look at the card. Railway, I think, must have won the toss and chosen to bat first. And Whaley and O'Brien seem to be getting them off to a good start. Top scorer was Hayden Hamilton, his 34 coming off just 30 before he gave what was in the end quite a tame caught and bowled back to Paul Lawson.
So often that happens.
Texter's on the boundary. Tipness, well, Tipness and Hamilton, they're the ones who put on the 50 partnership. But Tector it was who took a fine catch down at long on, crossing the boundary without the ball and going back to retrieve it. And that was a fine catch there. Hollins took a good catch to get rid of Robert Carr. He'd made 16 and was starting to look like he was in. And then Hogan's catch got rid of Waldron before McDonough cleaned up Peter LaRue going for a scoop shot. Misra and Shah at the end, well, they put on a few runs, but not as many as they would have wanted, and 134 for 7. Just 9 extras. Of course, we don't count the overthrows as extras, unfortunately, for a bowler. But Addison Sheriff ends up with 3 for 31 from his 4 overs, and Byron McDonough 2 for 28 from his 4. Lawson 2 for 22, the pick of the bowlers.
I have always thought that is very unfair in the bowler, that overthrows aren't a fielding error.
Yeah. Prendergast, Tector, Lawson, all going for 6 or under. And that was a big part of the reason why Railway Union have ended up with only, and I say only, it might be enough by a long way, but only 133 for 7. So Graham and I will take a short break and catch our breath after what was a very hectic 20 overs, and well, an hour and 20 minutes to bowl those 20 overs. Well, the umpires making their way back out to the middle, and it looks like we're going to get the second innings underway now. Pembroke, having fielded first, will be chasing at 134 for victory, and that equates to a run rate of 6.5. They need 126. Why? Oh, that's still 4 balls short. The live scoring 4 balls short of the innings. They're obviously sorting out a few difficulties up there. I can tell you that Pembroke need 134 to win from their 20 overs. Tim Tector, certainly one of the openers. It'd be interesting to see who is with him. I think it's Danny Hogan there today. JJ Garth still out with his broken thumb, dislocated thumb. Oh, the score actually 134 for 7. Now that live scoring is caught up. 135 is the target. Well, if Pembroke are to win the Bob Kerr All-Ireland Cup this year, they're going to have to do it the hard way. They've beaten Warringstown away, beaten Estonians away, and now they've been drawn against Lisbon away. It's a tough draw for the firsts, but they are having a good season thus far.
Will it not make it ever so sweeter if they do manage it? To do it when you do it the hard way and you manage to get through, it makes it that little bit sweeter.
It makes it sweeter that year.
Yeah.
However, in 50 years' time, when they look back, it's did Pembroke win it or not? And that's the only question, really.
Yes.
So we'll wait and see how that goes. Lisbon, a very strong side.
Oh, yeah, tough.
So Tim Tector then will face spin to start. Oh, plenty of encouragement amongst the railway fielders at the moment. It's Shah.
Yeah, just two, obviously, at this stage of the game are laid outside the ring. One at long on, one at deep extra cover. But of course, the advantage for Pembroke chasing this evening with a score of 130, they can pace their innings. They're not having to go hell for leather from the start. If that was a 180 score.
Yeah, scoreboard pressure a lot less than it could have been. Tector dragging that one across from the offside to the leg side, and it's going down towards the boundary and reaches the boundary. And similar to the Railway's first innings with the bat, they scored 8 from it, and Pembroke going along at a similar sort of pace at the moment. Tector dragging that one, bottom edge of the bat, not the full face of it, but it still had enough on it to make it to the railway line side of the ground.
Yeah, more importantly, he dissected the fielder. There was placement, got it there. Two fielders on the leg side. Now one's going deep. They've changed the field, bringing long on into the ring. Mid-wicket's gone all the way to the boundary.
Cow corner still quite open for Tector. Well bowled on the offside. Another dot ball.
Yeah, again, with 5 on the score after 3 legal deliveries, you know, they can.
Oh, again, live scoring, having
Just
a few
little bit behind
hiccups.
us, yeah.
They'll be with us soon enough. Tector driving that one to extra cover. They get through for the single.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure put on the fielder by the quick call of 1 may have led to the fumble, and they eventually get through easily enough. That brings the second team skipper on strike, Danny Hogan. I think definitely his favourite format of the game.
Quick game is a good game as far as Danny's concerned, one suspects, and he usually approaches his batting in a similar fashion. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes now. Shah looking to get out of this over. 2 balls remaining. well, flicked away.
Well, we saw it the weekend in the league game when Danny came in middle order, and he with Pembroke in a little bit of trouble, he flipped the script and started attacking the bowling for a fairly rapid 50, putting the pressure back on the bowling.
Hmm?
No, cigarettes free, the lighter costs.
Again, hit into the ring. And they finish out the first over with 7 on the board, but just as importantly, no wickets down.
Well, you feel the only way really Railway, they need to take 10 wickets. It'd hard to see them restricting this Pembroke lineup.
But again, you don't know how the pitch is playing, and it could be. It was just the start that Railway got off to suggested it was a good batting track. But then, look, they were at 85 for 2 after 10 overs, which suggests 170, and they fell 40 short of that. So, you know, there is a big difference. They only scored 50 runs in the second 10 overs, whilst losing 5-6 wickets.
Well, yeah, 6 wickets, yeah. Well, we'll see the first bit of seam from Railway now in the second over, St. John's Road End. Shinwari. He'll be bowling to Danny Hogan. He's just faced the 1 ball so far, but he got a single.
Danny Hogan to face the pace of Shinwari. He's bowling from the St. John's end. Full toss first ball. Hogan employing that shot that the Railway batter did. Take the bottom hand off and just let the top hand do all the work.
Well, again, there's no slips. There is a fielder down at third man on the boundary. So anything onto it, you're going to get runs, really, you feel.
No. There we go.
It's a little bit short from Shinwari, and Hogan lashes onto that so quickly.
He took that one very early.
You can see here, it's just pace on it, but it is short enough that he... Oh,
that's the previous ball where the bottom hand comes off the bat.
Ugly.
Far more in control of the following shot, which was the one he put away for 4.
Yeah.
There.
Where he keeps both hands on the bat.
Bat handle designed for 2 hands.
It's nicely played from Hogan.
Oh, that's a lovely shot down the ground. Just slipping past the diving, despairing fielder. You'll see it here. He's just played it straight there. There's no fielder in sight. He does make a lot of ground to get to the ball, but the dive, unfortunately, not enough to stop it running down to the sight screens by the nets. And another 4. Suddenly there's 8 off the over, and the run rate is up as far as 10. Again, we saw Railway getting off to a great start early on. And this one is lifted out to the fielder patrolling the Railway line.
It just shows you that previous boundary, though, when there's pace on the ball, placement is key, and you get your reward. It was just a push.
Even that last shot there, Hogan well aware that he could lift it so long as he cleared the circle. And once you clear the circle in this power play, it's safe enough.
Yeah. It's such fine errors of margin for a bowler. That's too short.
That's just too short. Hogan's put that into the garden.
That's gone.
There'll be no fetching that. That will be new balls, please.
And literally a new ball, because we're inside the first 2 overs. Railway are going to have to get themselves a brand new ball.
An expensive delivery, this, in terms of runs and cost of a new ball. Another one comes out.
So I think the umpires will say you have to provide a new one.
The Tector just gets onto this so quickly.
You can hit that.
And again, it's the time.
Yeah.
The bat speed isn't exceptional until he's ready, and then it whips through.
Yeah, it's
it
like you said.
powered it away, and it's a super shot.
I think that's as you say, that's the beauty of it. It's the whip. He's literally cracking a whip there.
The umpire's now debating over
Yeah, is it new enough?
the new ball.
Are they going to be generous enough? Because it is, unfortunately, amateur clubs. It's
It's a big expense.
It is. They're £100 each.
I personally would at the start of the season post a letter to everybody who owns a house around here saying a reward for each ball that's returned. Bar credits, of course, not cash.
But no, honestly, it's not a bad idea.
20 if it's $5 if it's returned, 20 if it's returned.
Good nick.
No, 2 minutes.
Oh yeah. But
You know,
if they've left it in the garden overnight.
Yeah, and then it gets wet, and those become practice balls very quickly.
Yeah.
But Shimwari, with one ball to go, 15 off the over so far, and that's a full toss.
Is it called? Oh,
And it
mix
is.
up. There's a mix up in the middle, but they do manage to take the one.
That seemed to have a bit of everything in it, didn't it?
Yeah.
There was the no ball.
It's at the
There's
bodies.
the shot played away. The run is hesitated over by both of them many times. They stopped that actually reminds me of Becca Gallagher's dance when she took a 5-4 on Thursday night or
the moves weren't as
Wednesday
good.
night.
The moves weren't as good.
Moves like Jagger. Becca Gallagher's dance was exceptional. These two, they're like two dance partners, one dancing the tango and the other the passe doble. Another full toss. This one in the air will be taken, but it's a free hit, don't forget. So Danny Hogan is fine with that.
They haven't given it as a no ball. So it's just going to be one to the total and the end of the over.
Well, he gets out of that over eventually.
That is close. Close.
I'm happy enough with the umpire's decision there. And do you know what? So is the umpire. It's in the book. It's a single. Caught off a free hit, and the score after 2 overs is 25.
Yeah.
Wow.
You wouldn't-
25 without loss.
You don't mind that
Off 12
decision
balls.
going the bowler's way when it's a free hit, but if that hadn't have been a free hit, you'd be
No, I
going
still
to the.
think-
I know you're not wrong, but you'd be the batsman would be going, no ball, no ball.
And that's the other thing I don't like. Don't ask for it.
Yeah. Well, people forget your waist in the laws of cricket is not your belt. It's not where the belt is.
In fashion, it's not your belt.
Yeah, but
You ask a girl her size, and it's 36, 24, 36, or whatever. The middle one is your hips.
yeah.
Sorry, the first one is your hips. The second one is the middle one is your waist.
Yeah.
It's at the bottom of your elbow
It's basically when
your arm is resting
yes.
at your side. Spinner to continue.
Well, you can see why you need.
Hogan finds the fielder.
In fact, I'd like to see him just a real slow one here to Hogan. Pace completely taken off it.
You could tell that these two don't bat together that often, based on the running they had last over.
Yeah.
But they are both big strikers of the ball.
Well, obviously, with JJ Garrett injured, has meant the need for Danny Hogan to employ the opener spot with Tector.
And again, I think that this is a T20 decision by Jack Tector.
Oh, well balled.
There are other people who have opened. McDowell obviously is away with Trinity tonight.
Yeah.
He's become the number one choice to replace JJ. But with him away at the moment, Jack Tector having to marshal his resources. Hogan looking for another big shot. Wasn't to be on this occasion.
He doesn't like hanging around.
Well, again, 4 dot balls brings its own pressure.
Yeah. Instead of like little tap here for a single.
Good length ball from the bowler, but Hogan dug it out beautifully. It wouldn't be the first time he's faced that sort of delivery, and he knew exactly what he wanted to do with it. Another boundary, and that does break up what was looking like a fine over for Shah.
He
And again, the difference between pace.
Yeah.
Shimwari gave away 18 off his over, and Shah only gave 7 away, and he's into this over having only given away the 1 boundary. And that is a very good over, just 4 coming from it. But Pembroke in no difficulty, 29 now without loss after 3 overs. But just to give you the comparison, Graham, Railway were 26 for 1.
Yeah.
So 3 overs, good
On
3
par,
overs.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Graham's catch.
Oh, he's gone.
Gone to Eli
Clark with the wickets.
Clark with the send-off.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's a level 2. That keeps him out of for a few weeks.
So Tim Tector now will face Shinwari again.
No, Shah coming on. Kumar Shah.
Mishra. They've decided not to go with the opening bowler for a second. His first over proving expensive.
Well, you couldn't risk another one going for that many. As you said, with the spinner only going for 4 in the last over, you want to try and back that over up.
Still a bit of chat amongst the Railway fielders. They haven't given up hope yet, and why would they? Pembroke still require 105.
That's well bowled. Tosses it out wide, and Tector doesn't manage to get hold of it.
Pembroke require off at dismissing. I don't know if it's blue lights and I can't see it.
No. Just not there.
Okay.
Well,
he's trying to tempt Tector into a unwise big shot there, but Tector well on top of it, just played it out, took his single.
Showing the experience. So yeah, the current run rate required is 6.24.
You have your calculator out, do you?
Yeah.
Good man.
Going at 9.35.
The only 2 things I use my calculator for are turning weekly maintenance into monthly maintenance and run rate. Well, one hand comes off the bat and it's a 1 bounce 4. If the hand had stayed on the bat, that was a no bounce 6, that's for sure.
Yeah, just a little trot down the track.
We go. See,
picks
the
lens.
hand comes off, and that takes enough strength out of the shot that it bounces beautifully. And great camera work, Noel. And great signalling from the bench.
Oh, that's well watched.
Hogan basically yorked himself there. He came down the track, the bowler saw it, put the ball at his feet, and Hogan ended up displaying defensively 2-1. Now, he's checking how many balls are left in the over. That generally means he's looking for the rope.
Yes.
Oh, it's a full toss again. It's come down again, and again, it's 1 bounce 4, and again, the signalling from the bench, absolutely spot on.
You would, you'd suspect if you're Rob O'Brien, you're wondering, do I have another spinner? Because pace on is not working for Railway so far this evening.
With LaRue in the side, who's keeping wicket today?
Bruce Whaley.
Because Bruce...
He used to, well, he has bowled.
He bowls off spin.
Yeah.
And that might be what they're looking for. But yes, Bruce with the gloves on today.
Well,
Mishra's over goes for 9 off 4 overs. The score is 38 without loss, and it's that without loss because Railway at this stage had lost both openers. Addison Sheriff picking up the 2nd wicket in the 4th over, but the score 35 against 38.
Again, it was the slowdown in the middle order.
That's nicely played down the ground. There is a fielder there. There was a cry of catch, but you had no fielder in that postcode, air code. So it landed quite safely. Tector gets through for another single. He moves on to 14. It's Danny Hogan with Well, far too many one-handed shots, but they are effective.
Working.
He's getting boundaries for them. I don't know why I'm complaining. Moaning Mini.
Yeah, that's my role.
There we go. That's much, much better. He puts this one onto the clubhouse. Kept both hands on the bat. But a super shot from Hogan. Look, you could see he was looking for the big one. He gave himself room, cleared the front foot, and that one, well, you can see everybody looking up to see if only they could break that bar window.
I often feel if you look at some of those shots Hogan has played and does play, he's very good playing it straight.
Mine's over there.
But he does love to hike it too much.
He does tend to go for the same areas,
Yeah.
but that was a super shot from Hogan. Takes him on to 29.
And there he goes out. No.
No. That was missing leg. It'll be given as leg buys.
Belly buys.
There's the six.
Playing
I mean,
straight.
Just
And this is the hike across the line.
thought he could get this one away to square leg, perhaps. It was there.
See,
He
that
looked
turned.
for it.
I think that was it. Bowlers Union.
There we go. Played round the corner by Tector. They do take a second, and that's something that Railway failed to do
Yeah.
on so many occasions.
Yeah.
They were terrified of the ground fielding of Pembroke.
To be
And
fair,
on
the
a number of
quality.
occasions, there wasn't a second there. But without taking one or two of them, you're not putting the fielder under any pressure.
Yeah.
Sun's starting to dip now at that stage of the evening. The shadow's getting longer. Well, that's just played down the ground. Yes, that's slapped coming
Yes.
slightly below mullered. It's a word I've used a couple of times in games where guys have obviously just been playing baseball or softball in the way they've played their shot and just using power only, no timing.
If it'd been one
no
bounce
direction.
four, I would have said Mullard.
That's a nice
Straight.
shot.
I think.
Oh, he's almost hit the scorers there. That one thudding into Becker's barn.
I just feel
here we go. Look
yeah,
at this.
He's so good.
Straight down.
Yeah.
Such a clean hitter of the ball, and you can see the scorer getting, oh, is it mine? No, and just to the side of them. So that brings the score past 50. It's taken 4 overs.
When
4 points in the 5th over and 50 up on the board. There we go. There's the scorer ducking away. 53 then from 5. And again, no wickets down. 15 coming from that over. Good over for Pembroke.
Yeah, the current run rate 10.6, required run rate 5.4. But you often wonder if when you can play that shot, why do you do the others? Just keep playing straight.
Evening, Nicky.
That's
This
gonna
one,
be-
yeah.
just drifting.
Well,
Starts
again,
it going
as
down.
the bowler, you've gone for 9 in your first over. You've seen that these two are hitting. You've got an Irish international in front of you. You've got Danny Hogan in front of you, who is as powerful and as destructive as anybody. And where do you bowl?
Yeah.
And again, this one whipped around the corner, not quite full face of the bat, but it
Overthrows.
does result in overthrows.
Hey, they gave it
And
back.
that's thank you very much. You gave us for one of those earlier, and we're giving one of them back to you now.
It was you get the ball. The fielder had to throw it. It's the backing up you have to question. You know, the fielders are in the middle of a run.
Here we go. They have to swap ends now.
Yeah.
The umpire judging that they hadn't completed the second run by the time the ball got to the rope. And there's Tim's little scoop around the corner that brought across this throw that went all the way. Thank you, said Pembroke. And Railway said, well, you did the same for us.
Yeah, you're a generous host. We'll give you a gift back. Oh, that's drifting.
Hogan again looking to go downtown.
Again, just trying to whip it around that corner.
Some news I have to give out today with regards to The dart.
Oh,
There
yes.
are no Southside darts this weekend. So if you're planning to come down Sydney Parade, you may have to make alternative arrangements. I'm sure there are bus replacement services.
It just won't be any good.
Oh, that's a fine piece of fielding at point.
That's Rob O'Brien there.
Leading by example, the captain.
Yeah, I'm lucky I'm north side all week, or on Saturday, Sunday. The women's ones are a T20 double header in the hills. It's Scaries.
Oh, just drifting on, and Hogan leaning inside. He leant inside that one to put it in the right place. And once it was there, he could pull it round towards Michael Sharp corner and collect another boundary. I mean, it's going down leg anyway.
Yeah, all he had to do was get something on it.
Once he leant inside it.
Yeah, he was never going anything but boundary. And then, actually, in fact, that's an even better shot for 4 more.
It sounded awful off the bat.
But
There was a lot of power in it, but it certainly didn't come off the middle because that would have taken that dart out. The dart's now heading down to the southeast, perhaps as far as Kilcool. Sunny Kilcool.
In fact, I have a double header in Scaries this weekend. The men's twos are playing in the quarter-final of the Senior 2 Cup on Sunday.
Hogan on 41 now. As we get that, the next, that's a bit wide, and it's signalled as such, and the score moves on to 69.
Yeah, it's not often you'd find Tim Tector being outscored at the top of the order.
Hogan definitely getting more of the strike at the moment.
Only 7 extra deliveries, but he's doubled the score.
50% extra deliveries.
Yeah.
Oh, that's well kept out by Hogan. Spinning around on his bat, but he made sure the bat was in the right place to prevent that ball getting through. This is just dug out nicely by Hogan, and immediately looking for a run as well. But these two not having played together, as we said, as openers very often, if at all.
And the strike, but he had to push it wider, and unfortunately a wide for the bowler. Yeah, Hogan's managing a strike rate of 195 at the moment.
This is a 10 ball over at the moment. And again, Mishra in a position whereby he's conceded 26 off just 11 balls, and he's wondering, where do I bowl? If I go short, they put me in the gardens, and if I go long, they put me in the offside. Hogan again trying to go big, but nice fielding again in the ring. Single is turned down by Tim Tector, quite rightly.
Yes.
And that is the end of Mishra's second over.
And you suspect his last.
But from a railway point of view now, they're out of the power play.
Yes. But just 64 required. And because of the power play going so well for Pembroke, 70 without, importantly, any wickets fallen in comparison.
Well, that's 17 runs came off that over. 15 runs came off the over before. 9 the over before that. So Pembroke have now powered ahead. Railway reached the end of the power play with 49 for 2.
Yeah.
But 70 without loss, and these two are going along beautifully. Hogan on 41. They're both, well, the strike rates are remarkably
Slightly better for Hogan.
Yeah, but
not similar.
Not as much. I mean, Hogan has scored 9 boundaries.
Yeah.
Tim only 2, but Tim's strike rate is still 160.
Yeah. I think you have to say they've got, and the bonus of that power play is they've killed the run chase. 60 only required.
Oh, halfway
64.
there now. Pembroke looking now, I suppose, to make a statement.
Well, net run rate can come into these things to qualify out of your group. So they'll be looking to keep this momentum going.
Was it 4 groups of 4?
Honestly,
I'm trying to think how because you go through to the semi-finals final.
I think it's 2 groups.
Or is it 2 groups of 8?
Yeah.
That's hit in the air, and the fielder on the boundary is the one who finally collects it, but it was going through at a catchable height, and it created a little bit of excitement amongst the railway fielders until they realised that no, that wasn't what was going to happen.
No, there are.
There we go. That's very sensible batting by Tector.
Yeah, it is 4 groups. Yeah, 4 groups. So I would the winner of each group.
But as
go
you
into
say,
the semi.
with only 4 teams
Yeah.
in a group, you're playing what, 3 games?
Yeah,
Can very easily end up a net run rate situation if that is the dividing, the decisive factor.
especially if weather comes into play in one of the games. You hope it doesn't, but often in these T20s, it just takes one washout and you're in trouble.
Danny Hogan fan club in situ this evening. We saw Tipness with the bat earlier on. He was part of that 50 partnership that they did have for the 3rd wicket. Batted very well.
He's having a good season for Railway. Bat and ball.
4 singles off 5 deliveries. He'll be more than happy with that. But as you say, Pembroke have broken the back of the chase now.
Yeah. They
and it will take a collapse that, well...
monumental?
Yeah, well...
You feel...
1990s fifths. Yeah. Niall and I would remember games that this winning position would be thrown away.
You wouldn't feel comfortable yet.
No.
But the thing is, now you get the feeling now Pembroke are in a situation where they can decide how quickly, like they might.
They can wait for the bad ball.
Yeah,
they don't have to take every delivery on now.
But they may get the call from the benches, keep going, and chase it.
That's the other game, our group.
What's the other game?
Terranure and Adamstown.
Oh yeah,
Adamstown all out for 104.
Yeah,
Terranure are 47 for 2.
I was going to say that game could have had a lovely bit of nerdy statistics. There was a fifer for one of the Terranure bowlers, and another one of the Terranure bowlers just missed out and had a forfer. It's not often you could have 2 fifers in a T20 innings. That would have been a good one for Stato.
So, Russia in a hurry. They're playing North County. Have a look at that one. That will interest you. Now we have Tim Tector to face Shimwani. His first over went for 18 runs. It was the second over of this innings and got Pembroke off to a great start. How's he going to do now? Well, that won't be the start he wanted. Yeah. Rob O'Brien limited in what he can do at this stage. He has seen the Pembroke openers, well, go nuts. They really are enjoying this. Both striking at good rates and both with plenty of runs to their name.
Yeah, Russia promoted Tanawal up to the top of the order. Unsurprisingly, he's had a very good season so far with the bats.
We'll come back to you at the end of the over.
Oh, that's
because
pretty
there's going to be runs here or wickets, and it is a wicket. And Shimwani finally takes a wicket as the ball comes off, not the middle of Tim Tector's bat, but it still had enough on it to reach the boundary where Waldron makes the catch, and a fine catch it was too. Kept himself very steady. It's not easy with the sun where it is at this time of the evening. That's coming down towards you, and the sun would have played a big part in that. But he kept his eye on it, and it actually stayed quite flat as well.
Yeah.
Which.
But yeah.
Here it is again. You can see it's just not off. It's on the toe of the bat, and Waldron. Making a fine catch. You can see the way he's angled his body to try and keep the sun very much to his left-hand side.
Oh, he did very well.
And that is the first wicket to fall. And the score now, 75 for 1. Lifted.
You could see he was trying to pull it further to the right. Well, the way we're looking at it on your screens to the right, more towards Cow.
This is a good angle now. It's great having the 4 cameras set up here. And many thanks to Niall for his coverage, and his replays are fabulous as well. But you can see Waldron. That is beautifully done. That's a great replay, Niall. Packed live now. New batsman out in the middle. I'm assuming it's Addison Sheriff.
Yes, it is. Unsurprisingly.
76 for 1. Good opening partnership from those two. Oh, Sheriff playing very correctly to his first delivery.
As he's done so all year. He seems to time his innings so well so far this season.
I think I can close the calculator on my phone now. I don't think we need to work out a required run rate. It's going to be under the current run rate, that's for sure. Short. Must be tough for Railway, Adamstown and Terenure to have drawn...
Surface.
in our
group.
have drawn Pembroke in their group. You see some of the other groups there, and if you look at the league tables on the groups, you can see they seem a bit closer.
Well, Adamstown aren't even in the championship, so like
they're in the first team league, are they? I thought they'd gone up to the championship this year. They're in the championship. They're in the Premier League at the moment.
Sorry, yes, it's just we haven't come across them yet. Shout, call.
No shot played. Came off the pad.
It doesn't matter. It's still 4. It crosses the boundary.
There was no shot played, and it was leg byes.
It does not matter. If it crosses the boundary, it's 4.
Perhaps somebody out there would dig out a rule book. Oh, did it even touch his pad? It seemed to turn once it had hit the ground. Anyway, dead ball was declared, and now Shinwani gets another chance. Again, that bottom hand coming off the bat. This is something that perhaps Danny might not be realising he's doing as often as he is, and perhaps he is, and he'll tell us just be quiet.
Yeah, no, Adamstown aren't in the Premier League. It's Cork County that are in, so they're playing up though in the T20 competition because Cork obviously don't travel.
4 groups of 4.
Yeah,
4 groups of 4 is 16. There's 12 in the Premier League, so 4 from the first teams. Waldron again, proving his safe hands. He did so earlier in the over when he took that catch to get to see the back of Tim Tector.
Let's see.
8 overs gone then, 78 on the board. Much more successful over. And we said this earlier on as well, that you can have a really bad over, take a break, come back and have a really good over. And, 1 for 21 off 2 sounds a lot better than naught for...
The 4 extra teams in this competition that aren't in the Premier League are the Students, Norcal there, Adamstown, and the Hills.
It's a shame to see the Hills down there.
But they're shown
all
they have
champions. It just shows you how secular sport can be. And the important thing is to get through the dark times, and brighter times will be ahead. And I certainly wish the Hills all the best. It's a lovely ground,
favourite,
lovely clubhouse. Another club that got into the streaming side of things. Tipness now back on this game, and Danny Hogan has done enough to fool everybody. It's gone for wides, and it's 5 of them.
No, he's given the boundary now, is he?
I think Danny Hogan has told him he got bat on it.
Yeah, he's withdrawn the wide and given runs. Yeah, and the Hills have plans for an indoor. They've planning permission for an indoor training centre.
Yeah, Danny pointing to his bat there. He wants those runs. He's moved on to 48 now, just 2 short of what has been a magnificent innings.
And he goes.
And he's gone for 48. He has returned the simplest of catches to the bowler. Tipness picks up a wicket and Danny Hogan departs. He departs for 48, and a second wicket falls in the 9th over. Tipness now 1 for 9 off 9 deliveries.
But again, it's such a strong strike rate. You know, it'll bring the skipper Jack Tector to the crease. But again,
Danny Hogan getting a fine round of applause from what has turned in to be quite a decent-sized crowd here this evening. Plenty of people starting off their bank holiday the way they mean to go on. 2 T20s here tomorrow. What's here on Sunday, Graham?
Sunday is... I have no idea.
Okay.
I will look it up, though.
And then Monday sees the Mighty Six.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
One of only 2 games in Sydney Parade this year. Danny Hogan just getting caught up on himself, and all he could do was return it to the bowler. Wicket falls, 82 for 2 off 8.3. Jack Tector, the captain now, out to the middle.
The Trees are playing Castleknock 2 in Division 8 League game.
Okay.
I believe it's also mini marathon day.
Oh, mini marathon day. Great. Oh, Tector just showing the bat. And Titness nearly getting the edge of it for 2 in 2. Wasn't to be. Jack Tector just looking to feel leather on Willow.
The way he's bowling, you wonder if they should have opened with 2 spinners.
Nicely just cut square away. It will just be a single, but Tector won't care. He's delighted to be off the mark. That first ball, that wasn't far away. The keeper looking for the stumping, but it was closer to a catch than a stumping, I thought. Yeah.
You were talking about Rush earlier, going off on a flyer. The real flyer this evening is Marion.
Hang on. Let's stick with this game until the end of the over. That is the end of the over. Go ahead, Graham.
Sorry, but yeah, Marion, 87 for 1 off 5 overs.
Who are they playing?
They're playing Civil Service in Anglesey Road.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Civil Service.
First year at this level in 50 years.
Since 1944.
Or even longer, yeah, 80.
But in fact, that was the end of the over. So 83 for 2 off 9. Captain and professional together at the middle. And Danny Hogan, most unfortunate, is get out for 48. I think he deserves the half century.
Yeah, he'd be a little disappointed, but he's the type of character he'll be. Oh well, live by the sword, died by the sword. So, sorry, who were the other 2 teams in this group? Terranure and Adamstown. Oh, do we have to play away to Adamstown? Because that's a big ground for a T20. Big 100-metre boundaries. A tough place to get to if you're on a Friday evening.
Well,
going west
if I was
Dublin.
Adamstown, the first thing I do is bring the rope in, so that my 6s are worth as much as their 6s.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter whether it goes 100 yards or 70 yards if the boundary is at 60 yards.
Yeah.
Should really start talking in meters.
Sorry.
No, that's me.
Yeah.
Cricket pitch is still a chain, 22 yards.
Yes.
That's how they parcelled up territory in the United States when they were discovering the West. Oklahoma and all that is divided into, if you look at the county maps and everything, it's all chains.
Yeah. Well, that's how you'd have when they had the land rush, you know, they'd fire the cannon and you go off and plant your flag for your little parcel of land.
Good old Home and Away. What a great movie that was. An Australian and American.
Far and away. You're thinking of the soap opera. With the best Irish accent ever.
An Australian and American doing Irish accents.
Yeah.
It was a fine film.
I was thinking of
It's the time I met Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman in the lift of the Berkeley Court Hotel, which is no more.
Yes, of course, yes.
But then again, neither's their marriage.
Oh, a mad cat. Well, you went into your action, mate. So, but it's funny, yeah. For
Jack Tector is just standing
looking
there,
at him.
giving him the bemused, "What are you doing?" look.
Here we have the replay.
But
he hasn't left the crease. Hasn't left the crease. Well, technically, he didn't raise the arm. I suppose brought it into the action, but.
Dead ball is the decision.
The other great accent, Irish accent, of course, Brad Pitt, where he played.
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
No, I was thinking of the RRA movie
No call.
with Harrison Ford.
In the Name of the Father.
No.
Is it a Jack Ryan movie?
No, it is not actually. Harrison Ford plays a New York cop.
Okay. I'll leave that to the film buffs out there.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, here at Sydney Parade, 3 balls left in the first half of this innings. Pembroke, well, they require 60 runs. Less than a run a ball now. An opportunity for the Railway bowlers to test themselves. And they seem to be improving. Good ball this from Shinwari. Addison confident enough. Went down the track a little bit. Never in any danger. Bit of chat over on the sideline now, certainly amongst the fielders. Oh, he did very well to get something on that because otherwise it was crashing into the stumps.
He does like a scoop.
No, not quite the ball. Perhaps Jack going down just have a word. Here is a replay of that shot.
Yeah, just some simple knock the ball around for a few overs, getting the 1s and 2s going. Might be a better option.
I think entertainment value
Yeah.
was good there, and he was looking for it.
Well, we're coming to the end of the 10th over. Just the 1 ball remaining. That is driven through the covers and will be 1.
Yeah, the fielder in the ring can get to that one. Shades on. I don't blame him with that sunshine. That is the end of the 10th over. It is the halfway mark. And guess what? Pembroke are 86 for 2 off 10.
Yeah.
Railway were 85 for 2 off 10.
Wow, they did drag Pembroke back these last few overs.
Well, since the wickets have fallen, Danny Hogan and Tim Tector, as I said, both forceful players, and now you've got thoughtful players.
The pace off has again helped. Speaking of,
there's the replay again of the attempted man-cat. Once he'd gone through his delivery stride, he was unable to affect the run out, a fact that Jack Tector was very aware of.
Well, does it not have the arm?
Delivery stride.
Is it delivery? I thought it was bowling action. The arm has to come above the 45 into the action.
Tipping this to continue then from the nursery end.
Last I remember, it's normal point of release.
Yeah, but he never brought his arm into a release. That's why I was wondering. He kept his arms down.
He'd love me as a non-striker then, wouldn't he?
Yeah, oh God, yeah.
Oh, that took the edge of the bat, luckily for Tector, because, again, he was pinned to the stumps. He was squared up and in front of 3 stumps. You couldn't see any of them, and that would very much have sent him on his way. But as it was, the thinnest of inside edges means he remains there at the moment.
An interesting game developing in the in College Park. Leinster 55 for 4, chasing 139. Just 9 overs left.
Tector again on the back foot, plays it square. Railway with quite an attacking field, really, when you consider. But then again, they are in search of wickets, and that's what they need. Wickets to slow the rate down, and wickets to Bowl Pembroke out. Probably their best bet to defend 1-3-4.
Mm-hmm. Oh, bit of extra pace there.
Push that one through. It's still got a bit of turn to take it past the outside edge of the bat. Tector just playing down the wrong line, as it turned out. Straightened up very nicely. But he had his off stump covered.
Yeah. Speaking of the All-Ireland, I think, is it Railway away to Malahide? That should be a very good game.
89 for 2. However, we are entering those overs once the 12th over, the 14th over, wickets fell that really slowed down Railway's rate. And it's at that stage that you expect that Pembroke Pembroke's score will power ahead, even if the batsmen aren't going at it hell for leather.
But also on the flip side, it was at this point Railway had their 2 best batsmen in sets.
Yep.
Their 2 top scorers were in scoring runs, and that's when they left.
Well, this is the score. Well, they'd just gone past the score where they'd lost that 3rd wicket.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not much in it at the moment, but it does look like Pembroke are in the driver's seat.
Oh, well, you have to say, 80-20 on the old swingometer. Yeah, a couple of wickets might change that a little, but...
Well, I mean, it'd be interesting to see a DL comparison, because I don't think Pembroke will be too far ahead at the moment. As I say, it's these next 5-6 overs that will prove to be the important ones as far as Pembroke are concerned. If these two can stay together for 4 or 5 overs, then you get the feeling they'll just
cruise past the last. 20 will come easy.
Yeah.
That's often the way with these matches. Now, who would your money be on next in? Daniel Murray or Greg Hollins?
Wide. Oh my goodness!
That came back.
That must have caught a bowler's footmark there, because that really did leap back again. Did you bring back my lighter? No worries. Do me one favour, just from a nerves point of view.
That's well bowled and well picked up by Walden there. In to bowl his first over of the evening. With Tector facing.
And again, it's a willingness from O'Brien to try things out now. He has to see how things are going, which bowlers. I mean, with so few runs left now. Tector now starting to move his feet. Feels a bit happier against the pace of Waldron, I think, than the spin.
Would you say O'Brien's just ruining not having one more spinner?
Well, we don't know that he doesn't.
Well, I would have suspected they'd be bowling in tandem.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Just be careful standing up. Again, the batsman looking for bigger shots against the pace bowling.
Yeah. You have to say, Sheriff, in the grand scheme of things, he's just finding it a little bit difficult at the moment.
No.
His corner needs to go down more.
No, it won't matter.
Oh, it's out the side, is it?
The side.
Another big flashing blade from Addison Sheriff to no avail.
See, these are the moments I always argue when you're having a little bit of trouble, just tap it and go.
I think you could have stopped after the word argue.
Drop the ball and take a single.
Yeah.
Get to the other end if you're having a little bit of bother.
Who's out there? Addison and Jack, is it?
It is. Oh, that's in the air. There is a fielder underneath it. And it's a fine catch.
That's a very good catch.
That slapped into his hands, and Addison Sheriff departs for just 5. A relatively rare failure for him, really. 5 runs. He went for the big shot, and the fielder, well, he set himself.
Yeah.
But to take the catch that far above your eye line, that takes some doing. That could very easily have bounced out. But it didn't, and Sheriff is on his way.
And he judged his position on the boundary really well there. because there wasn't much between him and the rope. Oh, we're going back to Mancat. Here we go.
I think that
Again,
Yeah,
toe with the
again.
bat.
same as Tector earlier, and again, not easy with that sun there,
No.
and he took it
Yeah, so
above
well.
his head. I think he thought he was closer to the boundary than he was, and he really didn't want to lean back to take it chest
Well,
height.
he might have overbalanced and
Yeah.
fallen backward. Even one step backwards would have brought the boundary.
You can see just how difficult it is to see with the sun where it is there. So Waldron picks up a wicket.
Out comes Greg Hollins to the crease. That would have been my vote. Experience. Settle things a little. And the ability
No.
to hit big shots.
No, if you were Captain Graham, I think I would have convinced you to change your mind. I'd have said send in Paul Lawson just to get under people's skin there. He'd be taking the singles.
Well, yeah,
and
singles,
once I put it to you, I think you'd have gone, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. No, well, you know I love a single.
You're
I
quite
love
right. Greg Hollins,
Yeah.
all the experience, he can bat really well. He can hit big when he needs to, but what he needs to do at the moment is guide this innings
Yeah.
through the next 35, 33 runs. Nice shot from Tector. It will be fielded inside the field of play, but they will get through for a single, and that'll bring Hollis on for his first ball. Now, this is where the Silver Foxes are so much better. Can't be out first ball.
Or LBW.
Or
So you just
LBW.
bat in front of your stumps and swing away.
Oh,
Well, it's often like that in divisions 12 and low. Yeah.
below anyway. Yeah. Can I just say, while we are talking about officials and umpiring and the such like, what a good job these two guys have done. You know, they handled the Mancat incident perfectly. And we haven't mentioned them. So
Yeah, that's always a good sign.
see, there we go. Hollins just working the ball around, quite happy to take the single. Brings the captain back on strike. But yeah, they've just efficiently gone about their business. They've got every decision right. Every decision right.
I disagree. I'm Bowler's
Look in the book, mate.
I know, yeah, according to the book. I'm still Bowler's
That
Union.
one very wide. And Tector trying to reach out to it, wasn't going to make it on that occasion. Yeah.
I'd still have given Danny out. But as you say, the book is all that matters. It tells the full, complete, and
umpires are
true
right.
story. Yeah.
These guys, they're not professionals. They're giving up their time as much as the players are.
Yeah.
And I think they do it to a very high standard as well, considering. If I came here after work, you know, you've had a bad day at work, just be firing batsmen out left, right and centre.
Yeah.
There was years ago a Not the 9 o'clock news sketch.
Short, played into the turf, played well by Tector. Just
Straight to the fielder.
but turns it around the corner, takes the one. Doesn't try to overhit it and balloon it up.
No, just take
Paddle.
the runs on offer.
Yeah.
Often that is the way to go.
But again, I think that's where maybe sometimes batters can get themselves caught up worrying
Yeah.
about hitting the big shots.
Well,
They all feel that, you know, when you see a 15-year-old able to hit 90 odd off 20 odd deliveries, the IPL, everyone thinks they
and
should be
again,
doing it.
Hollins playing proper cricket shot, playing it out in the offside. Railway starting to feel like they might still be in this. Now, Pembroke do have 7 wickets in hand and plenty of big hitting down the order as well. Sunil Gupta
Yeah,
will be the next man in.
yeah. Or, well, Daniel Murray.
Sunil Gupta will
No,
be the next man in.
I agree with you. I do agree with you. Greg, after what happened.
They obviously had spoken about the need for let's
Yeah.
just drop it and take a single. And he dropped it, but it was too close to the bowler. So he said no almost immediately here. You can see Jack is thinking, yes, we'll take it. But he's taken one step with a no. He never said yes. and it enabled Jack Tector to get back safely.
No, it's just up in Stonians at the weekend. He was involved in a run outs.
Who was?
Greg.
Oh, Greg.
So again, I'm like, he doesn't need another.
Was that the Joe Prendergast run out?
No, it was the. It was one of the. It was Tector, possibly.
Jack.
It was, well, there was only one Tector playing,
Exactly.
or Tim. Tim was playing.
Still playing?
Yes,
Yes, he was actually. There was two Tectors.
actually, it was Tim Tector. It was Tim. Yeah, it was Tim Tector.
Jack looking to scoop that one down to third man almost. Pembroke still require for 37, 38. 38 from
Almost a full toss. If he just played it with a normal drive.
That's
well
throwing
played.
that, and that finally reaches the boundary, and that's the first boundary Pembroke have managed to secure in quite a while. And on top of that, it brings up 100 runs. 35 required then from 6.3 overs.
Lovely shot. In fact, Pembroke had 3 run-outs at the weekend.
And that was a superb shot by Jack Tector, but also running the first one quickly. Terranure are going to get home against Adamstown.
They were squeaking a little.
Oh, that's a good bounce from Waldron. He didn't enjoy being hit for 4, and he's letting Tector know it. Adamstown having scored 104 all out. Terranure now 99 for 5 with still 6.5 overs to go. The students, well, they have Leinster 76 for 4, as Graham said. They're chasing 139 for victory. And
6
Rush,
overs,
off 12 overs, are now 148 for 2 in pursuit of 167. This one comes off the edge of the bat and goes to the wrong place. Tector certainly wasn't aiming down there, but he'll take the single nevertheless.
Yeah, the other good game.
I just finished what I'm doing at the moment. Clontarf, having put up 180 off their 20 overs, have Balbriggan 100 for 4 off with 7 overs to go.
That's going to be a good finish.
North Kildare 150 for 9 off 20 overs, and Malahide 108 for 2 off 13. They still require 43 runs from 7 overs.
You'd say they would get there with the 8 wickets in hand and the big batting area of Malahide.
Well, that's a top edge by Hollins. He doesn't care. It's gone almost straight behind the keeper. 4 runs, another boundary, a good over this for Pembroke, and suddenly the momentum is starting to go Pembroke's way again. After 14 overs, Railway were at 99 for 4. Pembroke in excess of that now anyway. There we go.
He'd be a bowler.
Going to slash hard.
Yeah.
Merion have beaten Civil Service by 7 wickets, and Phoenix have beaten the Hills by 7 wickets. The Hills were all out for 93, and Phoenix got there for the loss of 3. Oh, the hands and the ground and the ball all met at the same time, and Hollins gets through for a single. The fielder, well, he looks at his hand, but there wasn't really much he could do there.
That's the type of delivery that can dislocate a finger or, hit a nail back in.
Yeah, you could break a nail. Anyway, the over is up.
It just dies right on him. Like, that's similar to what happened to JJ Garrett up in Morningside, where he dislocated the thumb.
106 for 3. Merion, as I said, were 99 for 4. 6 overs to go. Pembroke need 29 runs from those deliveries.
And we're going to see a change of bowling. Looks like a little bit more.
Let's just have a quick look at the worm. You can see Pembroke now starting to get ahead of that railway line. And that railway line flattens out from here on in.
Yeah.
Except for that last over. 6 off the last ball was a big help to them. But all is not lost.
Well, a bit more spin coming on.
Well, it's Shah's final over.
He, in the grand scheme of things, considering he opened the bowling from the nursery end, like a return of 25 from 3 overs wasn't the worst for a spinner. Bowling in the power play. So I think we were a little wrong. I think it is LaRue behind the stumps. Whaley is a backward point. It's so hard to tell with that sun in my eye.
In your eye.
Oh, he's...
Sorry.
Sorry.
Cyclops Graham.
That's what makes me such a good umpire.
Well, Tector picked the right one to go across to, but the field was well set. There was a man there. He needed to beat that man, and he couldn't do it on that occasion. Tector has moved on to 11 now. He's just accumulating runs, really. He's faced 18 deliveries.
I know.
It's in the air. He's gone for it. There is a fielder there, and Jack Tector departs. A bit of frustration there from Jack. And a fourth wicket falls now with the score on 107. And Pembroke still need 28 runs.
27. 134.
It was what?
1-3. Oh, that was the first inning.
Was the first innings.
So 135. Sorry, my bad. My bad.
Perhaps have that as an internal dialogue first. Check it out. Fine catch. Simple catch. Tector frustrated, scoring 11 off 18. That for the 19th ball, he went for it and perished as a result. Fourth wicket falls, and Railway again might be starting to think this isn't beyond us.
Why not? Yeah, Shah certainly deserved that. He has bowled well this evening, and you correctly called Gupta. But of course, he's such a good T20 player. He opened for the men's twos recently in the T20.
That was in the Tulane Cup.
Yeah.
Against Sandyford.
Yes.
And of course, he scored that very quick 60 up in Estonians that really
It was a great innings.
Took the game away from Estonians.
Well, it gave Pembroke something to bowl at. Without that knock, it would have been a very different run chase.
Now, well, first ball fired
that's going to
down the leg side, and it reaches the boundary, having gone straight through the fielder who was positioned around the corner for that very shot. So Gupta off the mark.
He's so good at whipping that ball that anything like that, just turning on it and whipping it around the corner.
Oh, that's poor fielding, really, at first team level, through the legs. Hollins immediately setting off for a quick second. It wasn't needed because the ball made the boundary.
But again, the good calling puts the fielder under pressure, and that trying to defend the one may have led to the misfield.
Yeah, Greg Hollins is one of the good callers of a run.
Yeah, loud,
decisive.
Yeah.
Nelson now 1-1-1. That is just steered past the bowler to enable them to get through for the single. That's a good over from Shah, picking up the wicket of Jack Tector. Pembroke now 1-1-2 for 4 off 15, just 5 overs left, 30 deliveries. And Pembroke need 21.
I'm just hoping you make a mistake.
Yep. It often happens. 23. These two regular second team players, part of the tranche of players that are playing seconds and first, depending on representative cricket or injuries. But they both look very comfortable as first team players, and the seconds are very lucky to have such players
sitting
of class.
Yeah. But what you just said there, as we were speaking earlier about when Danny and Tim were batting together, because they don't bat regularly together.
Yeah.
There was a little, but these two bat together so often, I doubt we'll have as many meeting in the middles.
Questionable calls. How's the Moretti tonight?
Very nice. Thank you. Oh,
Oh, that's a hamstring.
He's done.
Oh,
no.
That is not good.
That-
Waldron will not be happy with that. That's an awful feeling. It's like being stabbed in the back of your leg when your hamstring goes.
Maybe it's cramp. No, it might be just cramp. I'm hoping it's just cramp.
Oh, yeah. Go on through.
No, you're okay. It's all good.
And Yarnett is. And Yarnett. He said, I will be cleaning that up, but I'm going for a pint.
Yes. Because you love cleaning after you've had a few drinks. Okay, that's a good sign. It must have just been a little bit of cramp. The bowler is returning to his mark.
Cramp in your upper leg.
Yeah.
I've often had it in the calf or in the feet, but it's painful.
It is.
No.
I often get it there.
From what?
Oh.
You're going to be like that. Either sit close enough to a mic that they can definitely hear you.
Well. And you think I'm cruel to you?
You all are. It's tag team. Listen.
That was horrendous. Nicely played down the ground by Hollins. Nicely fielded in the ring.
And I'm not going to say what I could say. I'll just set her up for more giggles because I'll be the bigger man.
So 115, 20 runs required, 4.5 overs to go. 27 deliveries to get these 20 runs. Pembroke should get there comfortably. They have 6 wickets in hand, but Railway certainly haven't given up hope, and the recent wicket of Jack Tector just proving that they are very much still in this game. Waldron in.
That's well bowled.
Hollins disappointed with himself. He knows the shot he wanted to play, and the shot he did play bore no resemblance to it.
We all know the shot we want to play.
Good sense of balance to be able to bend over like that, though. Another clear the front foot and have a go outside off, and it goes through for a dot ball.
Okay, that's well bowled from Walden. Just putting it out there, right lengths, and
I always find it difficult if you got cramped like he did.
To trust the body.
Well, that's it. You tend to have doubts about your body in the run-up, and especially in the delivery stride. But this time, Hollins has come across his stumps in order to get it out to the offside, and he says no to a second.
Smartly.
And quite right, too. That was a super piece of fielding out there, and the ball returned perfectly. It is the end of the over. Hollins will face again. 116.
Yeah, that's...
For 4 off 16.
It's 20 from 4. It's defendable.
I mean, again, you 5 and over. You think,
but a wicket's a dot ball.
But a couple of wickets here now, and perhaps just maybe there is still hope here for Railway and Steam Packet Union.
There is hope.
Sports and Athletics Club.
Yeah, I think one of the things Pembroke are doing, they're trying to overhit the ball.
Just relax and just take the ones and twos, and I think Hollins has realised that.
Yeah,
you saw
just
that
put bat on it.
You saw that with a couple of his shots.
Yeah. But again, this Mishra, who has gone at 10 and over.
Sorry, is that Graham Toomey with a kit bag?
Yeah, for his daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's Coco's kit bag. That's well played.
That's what I mean. Hollins just sensibly taking the single. The fielding is good in the infield from Railway.
Because again, a bowler who's gone for 10 in his first 3, 10 and over, he should believe he's going to give you a bad ball, so just knock it around. And even he doesn't give a bad ball, 6 and over is still enough. Slower.
And wider.
Oh, that's a tough call.
It's outside the blue line.
No, but it's very close. It was good thinking from Mishra.
Mishra hurrying up as well. Do you think Railway might be in
trouble.
time trouble?
We could have. Yeah, we could have
Penalty runs?
penalty runs. Yeah, that is outside the blue line. Good call. Down
That's
leg.
off the pad and very much, that one swinging just as much as the first one did and was going down leg. But a dot ball, they won't be too upset with that.
I hadn't even thought about the old penalty runs.
Mishra continuing. And Holland's finding a fielder and making very clear his intentions as to a run. Actually, Gupta, it is who found the fielders, but Holland still made it sure that Gupta absolutely knew there was no run going to be taken by him. And that's gone up in the air as well. There's players circling underneath it, and the catch is taken. And the belief must be growing amongst the Railway players now. A fifth wicket falls with the score on 118. And Pembroke making this more difficult than it looked at one stage, and it's certainly tightening up as a game and tightening up as a finish.
I'd argue, what's the need for an aerial shot? Just keep it on the ground. Ones and two, because obviously the net run rate at this stage isn't going to be a thing. They haven't run away with it. They have, just get the win.
I just got to show what we know about cricket. There we were, confident with Pembroke.
Well,
what were they? 70 without loss at the end of 6 overs. They've broken the back of the challenge, but they're starting to make it look very difficult. And I think something you said during this over, trying to overhit the ball.
Yeah.
Threw the shot too quickly.
But again, too many big
That's why I went
shots.
straight up in the air.
And again,
Just threw it.
Daniel Murray coming to the crease.
Well, last chance before the leaving cert to have a bat and ball.
Again, it doesn't need boundaries. It doesn't need the big fancy shots.
Bat the overs. That's all.
Look, 5 wickets in hand. There is batting all the way to 11. You'd like to think it won't come to it, but every wicket is a dot ball and makes it just a little bit more difficult.
You can hear the chat in the field amongst the Railway
confidence.
fielders.
That's...
The mood certainly lifted for the boys in yellow.
The run rate still is below 5. So again...
But there is a belief amongst the Railway players that they can take these 5 wickets now. And again, every dot ball, increasing the volume in the field. 3 overs to go now. 17 runs required. And there is the demise of Gupta.
Again, just would say the lower half of the bat towards the toe.
It's just too early onto it. Didn't wait for it. Another wicket falls. And our Railway starting to believe.
You should always believe. Railway just 5 man-cads away from victory.
All right.
Good ball.
Yeah, good.
Shinwari had a horror first over, but since then, he's really come back into it.
Well, considering what was 15 from his first, and it's just 9 more from the next 2, including a wicket. Holland's
Off the edge again from Hollins, but he won't mind. Gets a single down to, well, deep first slip.
Whatever happened to fly slip?
And he's still there. Still a valid fielding position. And it would have been perfect for Greg Hollins' shot there, but the man on the boundary prevents any more damage. Dan Murray then, yet to get off the mark. And he must be feeling a bit nervous now. He's only a young lad. I know he's a good player and everything, but even at this stage of this game, you've been asked to come in at number 7.
That's really well bowled. Again, with the way the field is, I'm a huge fan of drop and go.
Murray playing down the wrong line and taking his bottom hand off the bat.
As the run rates start to merge, the current run rate and the required run rate are getting ever closer together. Oh,
He's not happy with his delivery stride there, and quite wisely pulled out of it as well. If it's not going right, then pull out of the ball rather than sending down a substandard delivery. Not at this stage, not with just 16 balls remaining and Pembroke needing 16 runs. And that's superb from Murray, edging it down, but the fielder will get there. He'll keep it to a single. But run a ball, that's what Pembroke need. Murray again looking to play an expansive drive, getting an edge away, but there is a fielder who collects that one very neatly and tidily. And this time, a big blow from Hollins. It will bounce, and they will just get a single for it, but a single is fine.
there's nothing wrong with winning a game in the 20th over. Again, we might rue that one delivery they didn't use.
No, they got a single from it. That's why the total is 134, and we need 135.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yep. I don't know what's happened with Crick Clubs there. Misinformation. Yeah. Murray now to face. No single taken. Suddenly Pembroke need more than a runner ball. Just 3 from that over. Very good over for Railway. Shimwari justifying his recall. He's bowled 4 now.
And this is a good call from the Railway skipper, bringing Tipness back on, because his first 3 overs just going 1 for 13. I think this over could decide a lot.
Well, the 18th and 19th, 18 gone, 19th now.
If Tipness bowls the way he has been bowling,
Pembroke still need 14, 7 and over.
Yeah, but they could go into the final over needing 9 or 10 if he bowls well.
Yeah, what will he leave his bowling partner?
That's a
dot ball to start with.
Oh, he's got a wicket. He's bowled him.
Hollins has gone. Hollins disappears. 6 wickets down now. I did say that Pembroke were well capable of a collapse of 1995 11 standards, and at the moment, that's what they're looking at.
He has been bowled. But again,
getting past the edge of Hollis's bat.
Looking to run it down and just missing. There we go.
Who's next?
Probably JP.
Paul Lawson to come yet.
Paul Lawson to come. This is JP now.
Yeah.
Joe Prendergast. Many a time he has dug a side out of difficulties. And here is the wicket that has caused that difficulty. There's so much chat amongst the Railway fielders now, and deservedly so. They really have brought themselves back into this game.
Well, the swingometer's gone completely in their direction.
You had it 80-20 at one stage, Graham.
Well, at 70 without loss it was, but now you'd nearly put it in their favour. Oh, wasn't far away from being a first ball.
Well, he gets away with it, you know.
Gets the single.
And it won't faze Joe at all.
No, he's been there, done that. Multiple T-shirts.
It was in the air a lot longer than Joe would have wanted, but he'd have seen also that there was nobody in that area. He'd have been happy enough. I think he's gone down to tell Murray that, you know...
Bat on ball, keep it down, run up the single. See, not enough of that from Pembroke for me.
That's good running from Prendergast. Murray backing him up.
Oh, well balled, quicker.
Well, that's a very clever, very good bit of bowling from Tipness. As Graham says, fired in and fired into the body. No chance of getting bat on that one. 12 required from 8 deliveries.
Oh, that's a great
This one
shot.
gets through. The fielder going down the rope.
Oh, brilliantly
That's a
stopped.
brilliant stop. But they pick up 2, and that's...
And that was Walden on the boundary, and for a guy who was
We've
cramp.
written off with a hamstring tear, and no, he's still bounding up and down that boundary rope, and he did a super job. Nice bit of fielding there. Got a finger on it, I think, that slowed it down.
That's not the 4.
But this is a fabulous piece of fielding.
And
Made sure he got down to it.
Brilliant. I would suspect he's bowling the final over as well.
Back live.
Wide again. This time left alone.
And that is a super over. Just the 4 runs and a wicket coming from it. Now Pembroke need 10 off the last over to win.
Now, they've gotten into the final over, so I don't know where they are on penalties or anything. No signals from the umpire, so I would suspect there is no penalty.
They're fine there. They need 10 off this over. They really have to go for it now.
Well, they really just 5-2s. Get the bat on the ball and run hard.
You've got to find the gaps to be able to take the 2s. We've seen there aren't many 2s around.
Oh, no, Niall wants a super over. There's a surprise.
Well, it's hard to believe that Pembroke have done their best to lose this one, considering they were 70 without loss after the power play, and it's just gone downhill from there on. People played, well, there have been too many soft dismissals, ball coming off the bottom of the bat.
Too many duck balls.
And, well, Railway now, I tell you, if they win this, you will hear the noise from in Railway. Dan Murray to be the Pembroke hero tonight.
But no, missed it again. Perfect bowling. Nowhere near it.
My goodness. How this game has turned. Pembroke have backed themselves into a corner now.
Well, now they have to hit boundaries, really.
Oh, that one will be signalled wide. 9 off 5. As I say, a good Park Avenue crowd tonight. It's in the air.
Safe. Will they run 2? They need to run 2.
And they do get 2. And they leave it at 2, and quite rightly so as well.
In fact, they nearly would have been better just leaving it to the fielder on the extra cover boundary rather than going for the catch. It would have been 1 then. It would have been an amazing catch.
It was that attempted catch that let them get through for the second. 7 required. 4 balls.
Ooh,
And another wide.
And in this light, Murray hoping for a no ball shout there. Because he ducked in as if he did not see it whatsoever. But it is a wide only.
Now, 6 off 4.
They're having a little. Oh, wait, hold on.
Joe's having a little word here now.
Everybody's just making sure of how many deliveries, which is important at this stage. Oh. That's a big hit. That's a huge hit.
And that's
That's
is
in
the
the
game.
garden.
That is the game. What a way to win it.
What a
Dan
shot.
Murray, the hero. Well, I am so glad he has decided not to hit the books tonight, but in fact has turned out for Pembroke and has been an absolute hero. My thoughts do go to the bowler.
Yeah,
He has bowled superbly well, but no, that 6 off the penultimate ball sees Pembroke home by 4 wickets, and my goodness,
What a
talk about
finish.
making it difficult for yourself. Yeah, it's not good for the heart condition, that one. Why goodness. Well played, Railway. They put it up to Pembroke all the way down, and Dan Murray it is who, with this shot, becomes tonight's hero. Not even an attempt to run. He just was watching it. How far was it going? Was any player settling underneath it? And none were. It was into the garden, and that is a fabulous shot and a fine way to win this LHK Alan Murray T20 group game. Wow, my goodness. Pembroke Cricket Live just keep producing close finish after close finish after close finish. Now we'll listen to the reception that Dan Murray gets.
Hey, Georgie.
And there's his celebration of that fabulous shot.
He did enjoy it, and rightly so.
I think.
But you wouldn't have a game as good as this if Railway hadn't have played so well in those 14 overs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well done, Railway Union. And well done to Pembroke. And thank you all for joining us. We'll just take you through the cards of what has been an incredible game.
Those little moments, those 4 overthrows. You know, it's amazing how these little one ball moments.
Because there was 4 overthrows
No, but
on each side.
yeah, I know. But if Railway hadn't, they it's
Yeah,
such
exactly, yeah.
such fine lines in T20s.
Well, there is the final moments. Joe goes down to congratulate Dan, and that is a fabulous, fabulous shot. Look at the graph. Pembroke well ahead at over 6, and then Railway just pegged them back and just did not give up at all. And that really is a good sign going forwards for Railway Union. They are the coming side. I predict that they will be winning Leinster Leagues in 5 years' time.
If they keep this side together, why not?
So, here is the batting card. Railway were the first to bat, and they got off to a bit of a flyer. They really did. They managed to get to 49 for 2 in the power play, and a lot of that was down to Hayden Hamilton and Abhay Tibness. They put on the only 50 partnership of the Railway innings. But Whaley, well, he looked impressive until he got a fine catch from Berry. And in fact, the catches that Pembroke took were quite impressive throughout that innings. Just the 9 extras as Railway actually got to, that says 19.5. They got a single off the last ball, which made the score 134, and Pembroke would have needed 135. Here is the bowling card. And again, the domination by Addison Sheriff, 3 for 30, and then Lawson, 2 for 22, and McDonough, 2 for 28. They used 7 bowlers, which gave them plenty of options as to, we'll use this one, we won't use that one. Dan Murray only getting 2, Joe Prendergast only getting 2, when Joe bowled very well.
Yeah, look, come 5.5. He could have easily bowled 2 more. There's the Pembroke batting cards. Obviously, as we saw earlier, off to a flyer. Tim Tector, Danny Hogan at the top. 70 runs in the power play. Hogan, standout performance tonight. 48 from just 32 deliveries. He'll be disappointed in how he got out. And then everything just it was like batting in molasses.
That's it exactly. Nobody really got going. They all looked like they were in good touch, but then played injudicious shots that got themselves out. Every bowler picking up wickets. The economy rates varying from 4 1/4 from Tibness.
But he was standing.
bowled really well for them today. But 1 wicket for Shah, 31, 1 for Shiwari. I'm delighted he got a wicket, and I'm delighted he came back because that first over was not good. But the other 3 then made up for that. Misra, again, had a big over against him, and that's why his economy rate is so high. But Connor Waldron as well, I thought he did really well when he came on to bowl at a difficult time, and especially when you suffer a cramp like that. So there you go. That is the start of your bank holiday weekend, and what a start it is. That was an amazing game of cricket. Niall will show you some highlights now. A few wickets that have fallen today, but overall we would say what an entertaining game.
Yes, brilliant. It's what you want. You want a close game. Obviously, without our Pembroke hats on, you want us always to go 40 overs in these games. And what more is it's just a great game of cricket. Hopefully more to come in this group.
Well, we certainly hope so. Tomorrow we will see a couple of T20s. We hope you'll join us for those. I might be on commentary for the first, but the second I think I'm away, so if anybody else is available tomorrow...
Unfortunately, I will be in the Scaries. Yeah.
No, it's not you. That's why I'm asking other people. If it was you, I'd ask you off air. But anyway, and then on Monday, as I say, Sunday is the third, and Monday then you see the Pembroke Sixes will be in action. So we hope you'll join us for one of those. We hope we get crowds just as big as we did tonight. But thank you very much for joining us for what was a super tense game of cricket.
Yes.
So thanks to Niall, Amanda, Graham, and thanks to me. So good night, and join us again tomorrow. Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you.